Yep. Yep. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the Dapper D's. I'm Dippy.
I'm Dadley.
I'm dangerously stealthy.
And welcome to the Dapper D's, the only show that I need to pull up the list for because I forgot all of the things, and that's the intro.
All right.
Welcome back, everybody, to Twitch and to our favorite show. Well, I can't say that. We can't have favoritism for our shows.
No.
Bullshit, yes we can.
Bullshit. this is my
favorite show is Monster of the Week.
Oh man, you had to make a deep cut there, didn't you? We were talking. It doesn't matter. All right, so welcome back to the Dapper D's. As you can see, one of our regular D's, copyright D's, is not here. Dono is on a vacation for spring break with his family, so we wish him the best of travels and the best, as he spends time with his family and not with his second family, because this is gonna be a fun first episode back to Twitch, because as you can clearly see, we are doing tier maker. We're doing tier lists again.
Woo!
This is the first time we're doing tier lists like just as its own episode in a long ass time.
Yeah, it's been a while. We got really into the bracket fights, which are still very fun and will be back at some point.
Oh yeah, we will bring bracket fights back. We will probably, I'm gonna speak this into existence. I want to do just like a reseeded and a redone fantasy football, and we will hopefully be able to do fantasy college football at some point too. We'll just have to figure out how wide of a scope we're going with fantasy college football. All of them. We're gonna do them all. God damn it. Yes, but yeah, this is a first since I think August of October of last year when we did Halloween tier lists.
Yes. There's 858.
858 college teams. College football teams at every level of college football. What about Division 1? Look up Division 1 specifically. I think there's only like 150.
Division 1.
Yeah.
134.
134. So that's more manageable. But before we get into it, Stealthy has never done an ad read. Dadley, could you give us the rundown on W.GG?
Yeah, so W.GG is just a caffeine supplement you pour into your water, keep you up and moving. I desperately wanted some. I recently just did a 2.5 hour drive from Brooklyn to Connecticut at 1 o'clock in the morning for reasons. Long story short, the place I was going to stay at was very weird. So I just went home. Fuck it. And I was exhausted. You know what would have helped? W.GG. Just pour it in your water. It doesn't make you crash. It keeps you going. If you're interested to try it, we literally looked this up last stream. The promo code is ANIPOD, ANIPOD, to get 15% off. They have a starter pack, a little mixer cup, and a bunch of flavors to figure out which one you like the most. Comes to $16 with our promo code. So go ahead. You can try W.GG. That's the website. It's easy as that. W.GG. Use code ANIPOD for 50% off all your orders, not just the starter pack.
Of course. And hey, Dippy, I can do an ad read because I know the most about our lovely tunes that we've got going on right now.
You too.
So if you guys are hearing, we've using a little bit different source for our music today. You're hearing the lovely DMC free music provided by the awesome Mr. Harris Heller, also known as Stream Beats if you use Spotify, Apple Music, and everything else. Music that, as long as you guys give him a nice shout out there, you can use it for your streams and YouTube videos. You can find all of his music available for download at streambeats.com, where you can download every single track he's got available. He's got hip hop, synthwave, EDM, Christmas music for the holidays, and various other styles. What we got going on is a little bit of lo-fi, so if you guys are interested, check it out.
And as for
There we go.
And as for our
trying to think
not
if there's any other
tentative.
announcements. No episode tomorrow of Crossroads.
Or
Friday we do
of
have
D20
Inquisition. Tippy,
Detectives.
you are muted again.
Hold on. On Zoom?
Down. What do you mean?
Wait.
Are you turned down?
You're not under my desk.
Hold on. Audio shit. Hello?
Maybe,
Yeah.
possibly.
Hello?
Oh,
Whoa. Okay. Okay, I guess I have to keep this on now.
So,
Stream
new episode
properties.
of Crossroads tomorrow.
Voice mod.
We got Inquisition this
Mhm.
Friday and next Friday. We got 2 Inquisitions back to back.
dose.
Getting that. I was
Dos
about to say double
Inquisiciones.
penetration of Inquisition.
That double. The double
And
shot.
You're
barrel.
double dipping. You're double dipping, kids. You're
Yeah.
double dipping.
Let's see. This upcoming Monday. After that, we're doing Digimon Smash or Pass, which is going to be a lot of fun.
It's going to be
And then-
super fun.
And then we're back to Dark Energy, and that's kind of all of our shit in a nutshell.
That'll be the next
Woo!
couple of weeks. The next couple of weeks lined up for you. So I think I've got my audio working again. Yes, indeed.
Yes. Did you see the message in Zoom?
In Zoom? No, I did not. Hold on. Never
I
changed
can't
the
hear.
title.
I was trying to be subtle about
Oh god. No, dadgummit. All right, hold on. Wait, I think I can change it from here though. Yep.
it. Ugh.
This is the Dapper D's. What do we want to call this? This is the, so
we didn't talk about
we've had a pattern. We've had a pattern where if a dedicated tier list episode came out, it was it was like a tier list extravaganza or bonanza. Did we use the word bonanza yet? I think we have.
I don't know.
I'm pretty sure we
I'm
have.
looking up spectacular synonyms right now.
Yeah.
Spectacular cinnamon. Expedition.
Ah, yes. Expedition is a great one. Yet another tier list expedition. Or no, a YouTube
Expedition
send
tier
off.
list.
No, that's what it
Expedition
was.
tier list. I love that.
No,
Wait.
it was no, I actually
this is
had
the YouTube
one.
send off.
A
Yeah.
YouTube send off tier list celebration. So
But now, wait, flag on the play though. Nothing about this tier list is YouTube now.
yeah, you're right.
Expedition tier list.
Expedition tier list. Let's go.
All right. So this episode will be called Expedition
See,
Tier List.
Dippy,
Because
this
we've got
is
a
where
very interesting round of tier lists that's
We
going
do.
on. None of them are similar
none of them are
in any
related.
way, shape, or form.
Except for the last two, which are
And then-
collaborative tier lists. So we
Yeah.
usually have one giant tier list at the end that we do collaborate on and we talk about, and we have to come to a consensus on the ranking of each one. We each have a veto or a move. We have one move each on the collaborative tier list. But we didn't find one big one that we hadn't already done, so we're doing two. And those are going to be fun. But we each have our own individual tier lists as per usual, which will take up some of our time here. And let me double check just things here. Yes. Okay. My audio's set. The window is set. Everything else is set. And Dono. Yep. All right. So
Who's kicking this off? You, Dippy?
I have your lists first in my tabs. So,
okay.
Deadly,
Okay.
if you could give us a brief
Yeah.
explanation of your tier list on Nintendo franchises.
So I am a Nintendo fanboy. I have been my entire life. My first gaming system was a GameCube that I literally have sitting next to me to this day. And at first I was just like, oh, we can rank the Nintendo franchises. But recently, I'll be like humbling myself, or actually not humbling, just speaking highly of myself. I had a TikTok really pop off, talking about how the fuck is Pokemon not in the tabletop space yet.
That's true. You got a point.
And so I had the idea of like, let's just rapid fire rank all the Nintendo properties based on how well they translate to their own tabletop system.
Interesting. So, this is your list. Let's kick us off with translating Advance Wars to tabletop RPGs.
I have no idea what this is.
You've never heard of Advance Wars?
No, I haven't.
Advance
I'm
Wars.
Googling it right now.
Advance Wars is one of those ones. I'll put one for not familiar.
33 years Advance Wars it was a Game Boy game.
No,
Yeah.
it needs to not be not familiar. It needs to be what now?
What now? What now?
What now? There we go.
I don't know Advance Wars.
It was
so
like
we'll
it's like an RTS army thing. You're like a dude. You're like a soldier dude, and you can like upgrade. You have like weapons and tanks and stuff.
Cool.
Something like that. I don't know. Dono's live in the chat. Say hello
Hi,
to
buddy.
Dono.
Hello.
My friend.
All right. So
So moving right along, Animal Crossing.
Animal Crossing.
Which immediately, is there a marketplace for cozy gaming in tabletop?
Yes. What?
Yeah.
This feels like very untapped. So much tabletop is, and then this horrible monster came and fucked you up.
Yeah.
And like, I'm putting Animal Crossing in Dappest. I feel like we need like a DM-less tabletop game of Animal Crossing. Like,
I don't
The
know. The
DM's just
DM
Tom
could
Nook.
be. I was about to say the DM could be Tom Nook.
oh
Could
shit.
just- yeah, like you're the
Good
mayor,
idea.
but the DM is Tom Nook, and like it's just like a 2-player 100%. It's just a 2-player.
That'd be fun. I think we need.
Yeah.
I think we need more 2-player
tabletop
TTRPGs.
systems.
Like, cause there's plenty of times where there's people who like don't have anything, or like my boyfriend are like, oh, we want to do like these cool, I mean, you can play, Dungeons and Dragons or Pathfinder with just 2 people. It's
Yeah.
possible. Is it the most fun? Not exactly. But it's doable, especially if you're just trying to fill out the world and world build, right?
Mm-hmm.
But
Yeah.
I feel like Animal Crossing would be a very good, like, high tier, cozy
Yeah,
2-player.
just cozy game.
TTRPG.
Yeah, just curled in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
curled in on a rainy day. Moving right along to ARMS.
Arms.
I'm just gonna stick it right in the middle at Dab. This
Okay.
feels like a fun mechanic for another system. ARMS is really just look at these stretchy arms.
Yeah, arms is
bunch of-
kind of like. You see these Joy-Cons? Boink! Like it's.
It's gonna
It
go
feels
right
like a
in Dab.
weapon. Arms feels
It
like it would be
feels-
a
yes.
weapon in D&D. Like that's.
It feels like a mechanic you can add to an existing system, not having its own system.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Bayonetta.
It's gonna be Dapper. I'm pretty sure there are systems that you can just play this in. Not to say you can't make your own source book and whatnot, but
Yeah.
if you want to run a Bayonetta campaign, it's not that fucking hard. You have
Oh.
a bunch of artificers that
Plus,
are hiding.
imagine
Like-
foot guns, like heal
Yes.
guns, and like the giant titan of like time and whatever.
I feel like
Yeah.
that's a really good, like,
It's a campaign setting.
campaign setting, but I feel like you'd be a really good candidate for the Savage World system.
Ooh.
Yes,
There
I
you
can
go.
totally see that. Yeah.
Then you got Donkey Kong.
Donkey Kong. I don't. So, which one? If we're going old school,
Well, this is the
like,
whole
first-
franchise, so you can go from like the
whole
arcade games
franchise.
all the way through like Donkey Kong Country. Surely.
I think I'm gonna put this in Dapper as well. I think this is like one of those like minimum system, like you awaken in a strange place or roll for shoes,
Yeah.
like minimum system that's like in my brain is like Donkey Kong is like here's a series of one shots that if you want to play the same character and have a little bit of a narrative in it, you can. But
Yeah.
really, it's like a low effort game. Like
Yeah.
Dr. Mario.
Dr. Mario. Yeah,
is
Dr. Mario doesn't
Okay,
really
no.
feel like it would be. It's because like it's just Tetris. It's just like
It's
Puyo.
Tetris,
It's
yeah.
Puyo Puyo. It's not a TTRPG system.
It's Again, it's like an add-on. It's
Could
like a
be a
mini
fun
game
setting.
for a TTRPG setting.
The only thought I had was like an add-on was like you are given 3d20s and it's a roll-off to see how many rolls it takes for you to get them all on the matching number.
That's just but that's just a
Oh.
game called Bunko. Like that's
Yes.
just, yeah.
Oh, 10,
Oh my god,
10
I haven't thought about that in forever.
what was it called? Tenzi? It's like all D6s.
Oh yeah.
Now you got Fire Emblem.
Again,
That
kind of
seems
same.
super obvious though, doesn't it? Fire
It's-
Emblem is already kind of its own like system.
Okay, so does that make it go high or low? Like,
That's up to you, buddy.
I'm gonna put it in Dapper. I think there are a lot of cool things you could do with it. It could have its own system, but it's also a great system. Like for the Fate system would be perfect for.
Oh
Yeah.
yeah, for sure. Especially with its
F-Zero.
mechanics and everything.
F-Zero. Here's one of them that I'm like, this needs to be a thing. This is going in Dappest.
Really? You're putting
Oh yeah,
F-Zero.
no.
See,
I'm not
okay.
gonna lie, I don't know what
Trash
F-Zero is. You're gonna have to
Pandas-
spell it out for the shout it for the people in the back, please, because I have no clue what F-Zero is.
High speed
Futuristic racing game.
Yeah,
That's where Captain
futuristic
Falcon
racing.
comes from.
Oh, okay.
You can have stat sheets for your character and your vehicle that
Yeah.
intermesh with each other.
It's like
Oh,
Crash
that'd
Pandas.
be like a really good that'd be like almost
See,
a more RPG Warhammer kind of shit.
See,
going
I would
on.
want.
Yes.
See, I would want an F-Zero system that's like, that where. I don't understand why there aren't more TTRPG systems where your focal point is a car. Like
Yes.
your focal point is a vehicle that you are going around in, like in a world full of them. Like a pod racer in a pod racing simulating type thing, or a hyperjet in
Sorry.
F-Zero. Like, yeah.
Who makes? Because I feel like
I'm just gonna put this one in what now because I don't even know what that is.
To the person who does
Mad Max?
freaking Power Rangers and Transformers.
Yes, they would kill it. They could make a phenomenal system for F-Zero.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Oh. We talked about this too. Maybe the people who are doing the Kickstarter for the Pride Prejudice and like
yes.
the Super Sentai, like Pride and Prejudice kind of shit going on. That would also probably be pretty good.
I went ahead and put Golden Sun in what now because I have no fucking
What now?
clue what that is.
Golden Sun is a very standard. You're going to explore this fantasy world.
Oh, is it?
There's
Oh.
there's cute little creatures.
So where would you
that
put it?
just, it's going in dull. It's
Okay.
just kind of there.
Fair enough.
That's D&D.
Yeah, it is just kind of
it's just
D&D.
D&D already. Kid Icarus.
See, I love Kid Icarus, but again, Kid Icarus, you can just play in D&D or Pathfinder. It's gonna go in dull. Like,
Yeah.
it's not bringing anything new to the table. But what is bringing shit new to the table?
Kirby.
It's fucking Kirby. Fucking put that in Dappest. Kirby.
Kirby absolutely deserves to have a mechanic in a fantasy system. Like, I would make a race for Kirby in D&D almost. Like, I don't know what is Kirby the only one of his kind?
Yes.
Yeah, he would be.
It's just Kirby. Kinda, maybe, because we found out Meta Knight looks like Kirby when he doesn't have his armor on. But we've never seen Meta Knight do like the inhaling ability.
So I would absolutely make a Kirby race. Like,
yes.
or rather, he would be his own system because Kirby is so unique. Like the absorption of other, like he could be a big bad evil guy in a campaign, just absorbing the power of the dragons. Like,
I imagine your character sheet is like just has like your name, your level, and then empty squares that you put cards on based on what you've recently inhaled, and that like so your character sheet is ever changing.
Yeah.
That's pretty
I think
good.
it would be really fun and really cool.
Luigi's Mansion.
Also, I'm gonna put it in Dapper.
Yeah, because it does feel like a setting. It feels like a campaign setting more than its own system.
Yes.
Like the Suckavac would be the ghost vac would be a great weapon.
Great item. Yeah.
Yeah. I feel like that would be like a good candidate for again Savage Worlds or
Yes.
Worlds of what who makes this? Who makes what I'm thinking of?
let's be real. Luigi's Mansion, you could just totally do in Call of Cthulhu as well.
You
Like,
absolutely
do a
could do
Dark-
Luigi's
I was gonna
Mansion
say,
and Call of
Call
Cthulhu.
of Cthulhu, but World of Darkness,
Yes,
World of Darkness.
Vampire the Masquerade.
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
They
yeah.
also they make a hunter's book.
they do. They absolutely do. Or
Uh,
actually, Monster of the Month, or whatever the fuck that book's actually
Monster of the
called,
Week?
that's the name of the show.
Monster of the Week. Yeah.
Yeah.
It would also be great for it.
Yeah.
Mario and
Yeah.
Luigi.
Mario
The
and
Mario
Luigi.
and
This is
Luigi
like
games.
the inside Bowser and like Bowser's Inside Story and all the other
Yeah.
ones like that of that ilk.
It's gonna go in dull. It's just
Yeah.
it's fine. You can steal the narrative for a campaign, but besides that, nothing all too great.
Mario Kart.
Mario Kart. I'm gonna put it
If
in
F-Zero
Dapper.
is in Dappest, yeah, okay. Mario Kart can
It's
go in Dapper.
it's like it feels like F-Zero is like 3.5 and Mario Kart is 5e. You know what I mean? It's the
Yeah.
more fun, less
Yeah.
crunchy version of the other.
Yeah.
But
Then you have
Mario
Mario Party.
That's going in Dappest.
Yeah, just a campaign full of fucking mini games with
Yeah,
and
okay,
like
well, even pulling it back of like, we don't talk because we play online. We don't have physical boards in front of us.
yeah.
D&D's fun when you have a map in front of you and you can
Yeah.
make the Mario Party the map and shit.
The Mario
Like,
Party map, and you can make a mini game on each thing where you just like play a
Yes.
round of cards or something, or like play a different
Yeah.
board game on each like thing. That would be a
I
great
feel like you would have
legacy
to have a
game.
map. I feel like you'd have to have a map that's kind of like Candyland.
Yes.
Yeah. Then you have the Super Mario franchise, just like the Super Mario
It's-
games.
It's gonna go in Dapper. I feel like you can have a lot of fun with it, but I feel like just compared to everything else, it's not nearly as fun as everything else.
Yeah, Mushroom Kingdom is very much a setting that I would love to put a D&D campaign in,
Yes.
but it
Give us a source
doesn't
book.
translate
Give
as
us,
well
like-
to a... Yeah, give us a source book for the Mario universe. Nintendo,
It's-
get on it. All right.
Same with Metroid as
Metroid.
well. Metroid feels like a
Same
good
thing?
source book, not a
Yeah.
good standalone system.
Then you have... And apparently, I did not realize there was a difference between these. Japanese Mother and American Mother are both on here.
Yeah, just put them both in Dapper. Or actually, no, put them both in Dappest. Because
Dappest?
it has enough unique qualities that you really can go all out. And
Yeah.
like it is fun. It's basically meshing Call of Cthulhu and Kids on Brooms. Because you are kids that are having fun and plucky and whatnot, fighting these eldritch fucking gods.
Yeah,
Like,
Yeah.
I think you can have a lot of fun with that. Paper Mario.
Paper Mario.
I don't know where the fuck to put this one because it already is. Like physically, you can translate your button presses to your own dice rolls, and
Yeah.
boom, you have the system. It's made for you.
So it
gonna-
translates super duper well.
Yeah,
Because
we'll
it
put
already
in
is one.
Dappest.
Because
Yeah.
it already is one. If you
Yes,
want
we'll
that
put it-
to be the reason it goes lower, then go ahead.
I would
No,
say
we'll
like
put
it
it-
needs to be in like DAP.
Yeah, we'll put it down in Dap. Actually, yeah, that sounds about right.
Pikmin.
Pikmin, though, I have thought so much about how you make Pikmin into a tabletop game. And my dream for a Pikmin tabletop game
Is
is
to let
not-
Pikmin be real.
is is not you all have your own team of Pikmin. It's you all are abandoned Pikmin.
Oh God.
It's going in Dappest. It needs to be a thing. I can talk at length about Pokemon. All I will say is how the fuck is it not already made?
Yeah,
How
it's
is it
going in
not a
Dappers.
Punch Out is Dap. It's punching.
It's
You
Punch Out.
things.
It's Punch Out.
Punch.
Yeah. I mean, it's boxing. I would love to find like a happy medium to add Punch Out as like a carnival game, or like Punch Out as a thing in regular D&D.
Yes.
Yeah.
In like the Inquisition, as a matter of fact. I would love to find out how to
Rhythm
put
Haven's
Punch Out.
gonna go in Duelist. It's
Yeah.
it's a rhythm-based game. It's
Yeah.
Not for everybody.
no.
As much as I would love Rhythm Heaven to have like there's no dice. There's no like you
Yeah.
can't have physical anything in Rhythm Heaven. It literally only works digitally the way that it was made. It's perfect the way
Yeah.
it is.
It
Not
is.
as a
This
tabletop
is not
system.
me saying it's not a bad game. I love Rhythm Haven.
Super Smash Brothers.
I don't fucking know.
As
all
a
right?
tabletop system?
It is.
You would have to introduce like knockback mechanics and like
It is so much. It's gonna go into Dapper. Because I don't remember the name of the game at the moment. Matt Mercer was pitching this wild board game that was a tabletop like RPG and whatnot. That I think would be very similar, but I can't think of it at the moment.
similar to Smash Brothers? That sounds dope.
It is not similar in vibe at all, but I can see it translating well.
Right. Splatoon.
Splatoon, again, it's going to go in dull. It's just kind of, it's a vibe that you can add into your games, but I don't think...
New Squid City?
I don't think there's much there. Like,
not for a tabletop system, no. Yeah. I get that.
Star
Fox.
Star Fox would be in Dapper, but there was this one random GameCube game of Star Fox that was like, you know what? We're gonna have missions where he's not in his ship. You're just playing as Fox running around this planet, and for that is going in Dappist for the same reason of F-Zero. Like,
there you go.
I have
the legendary Starfleet. That's weird.
No idea.
I don't know either. WarioWare.
WarioWare's gonna be a Dapper. Just give me an entire tabletop system of mini games. Mario Party is a system with some mini games. WarioWare, there is no story. This is a tabletop game that you can pull out at a party. Yeah,
it's just tabletop mini games. Xenoblade Chronicles.
It's gonna go in Dapper as well. It's the same vibe as Bayonetta. Like, Bayonetta. That's all it really like. They're together in it.
Yoshi, like Yoshi's Island, Yoshi's Cookie, Yoshi's Woolly World, or whatever it is.
I'm gonna put it in DAP just because I don't like. It feels again like an add-on to something. This feels like a companion guide.
You would add Yoshi into a Super Mario system.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
And finally,
do you get the new Super Mario expansion?
The Legend of Zelda.
This one hurts my soul because it's just D&D. It's just Pathfinder.
Yeah.
It's like, I'm a huge Zelda fan. And don't get me wrong, I would love for it to have its own system. And like the races in Legend of Zelda would be so much fun to play. It's all things you can just add already. And I bet there's shit out there already. I bet you can Google it. People have made stat blocks for it. It's going to go in DAP.
Oh, okay. Well, there you go.
So there we go.
So this is your official. Oh crap! Where did I put them all?
Out of that, the one I'd be most excited about is sincerely Animal Crossing. I would love cozy gaming to make its way into the tabletop
Animal
space.
Crossing.
Well, because then if you want to add more people, you just each person is managing their own island. Yeah.
Dapper RPG Nintendo. There we go. So that has been saved. Thank you. This is your official Dapper TTRPG and Nintendo property list. Study it, examine it. It's going to be on a test. Next,
I'm going to make all these until I get copyright strikes.
We have our lovely guest, Stealth Chaos, ranking something that all of us, frankly, have gotten a good kick and a good laugh out of recently. A new show. Stealthy, talk to us about Hazbin Hotel and its songs.
Okay. So, I mean, for those of you who have not taken the time to watch anything about Hazbin Hotel, let me tell you now that this show started out as just an animator doing one pilot that got a huge cult following. She tried to get off the ground, didn't quite work. She did a couple other projects. You can enjoy Hell of a Boss, high tier shit on YouTube, and then she finally got some bank and to get Hazbin Hotel, this beautiful gem. And I don't know what it is about Hazbin Hotel. I feel like it just speaks to millennials in general.
Yes,
it speaks to people with religious trauma.
I'm just saying trauma at this
trauma
point.
In
just
general.
trauma in general. Yeah.
Just trauma in general. I mean,
fair enough.
Kind of religious, but no, it's primarily just trauma. Okay.
Yeah, I enjoy the show as a concept.
That is fair. Yeah.
My personal agreements and arguments against how it portrays certain things can go unsaid on the Dapper Ds, because that is a topic of discussion for not stream. But
Yes.
the songs are fucking banger.
It's banger.
The
And
music
here's
is
the thing.
phenomenal.
Yeah, the music is phenomenal. So I'm going to say this. Every single one of these songs is a banger.
Mm-hmm.
We're just choosing...
There's one.
Imagine the tier
Maybe
list
one.
of every song in the world. These are all in S, but we have to subdivide S into the lowest version and the
Yes.
highest version
Exactly.
of S. So, actually, some of these I wouldn't even put in S. But that's just me. So,
Yeah.
Stealthy.
So here's the thing, because this is going to go pretty quick. So, like, the fact that the entire cast is stacked with Broadway singers
Yes.
makes this
I mean, that
so
definitely
incredibly
helps.
difficult. So incredibly difficult.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, Alex Brightman, Jeremy Jordan, like
All these
Yeah,
other wonderful
Alex-
singers.
Stephanie Beatrice, who she was Mirabelle in
In
Encanto.
Encanto, yeah.
Of course, Erica Hertzing, she's Broadway star. She's Charlie Morningstar,
Mhm.
obviously.
So we have
It's kind of this
every
is a job
song
here,
in
boys.
alphabetical order here, and I moved finale to the end, obviously because it's finale.
Okay.
But
yeah.
in alphabetical order, we have "Happy Day in Hell," which is also the first song.
You know, I'm gonna be. It's a good song. It's a very good Broadway intro song.
Yeah,
you
it's a
know.
great intro song to the setting you are about to partake in.
I didn't really enjoy it.
Me
Like
neither.
as far as like, I mean, it's really well done, and like the chorus, you can tell these are Broadway singers doing this.
Yes.
It sounds
Yeah.
great. It's pretty dull though. Like I'm gonna put it right there. Dull.
Ooh. Okay.
Off to a great start. Then we
And you
have
guys can
Hell is
Argue
Ooh.
with me on this one.
No,
But if you what?
Hell is Forever. Or
Hell
on
is forever. I mean, it's pretty. It's. I'm gonna say that it's go ahead and dap because I mean you get like the punch of
Okay.
like
Yes.
Alex Brightman pulling out those awesome vocals and doing his thing. Like he,
It is a very narrative song. Like so
yeah,
like,
Yeah.
it's a
in the context of the
narrative-centric
show,
song.
it's great. As a
Mhm.
song by itself,
Yeah.
It's just kind
not
of
the
like
best.
It's not the
Like
not the best. It's good. I mean, you can. It sets the tone. It's catchy. Like it,
Yes.
you can hear that shit in the back of your head all day long. Like, and it's
absolutely.
not annoying
Mhm.
about that. Which
Yeah.
is why I'm like, it's pretty dap. Like, it's okay to get stuck in your
Yeah.
head.
Yeah. And then you
Um,
have Hell's Greatest Dad.
Hell's Greatest Dad. I thought this was a very well done song. Right up to the end.
Mhm.
I mean,
A lot of people
yeah.
talk about Mimsy's part being like
Mimsy's part
so
is
stupid.
just kind of forced
Mhm.
and stupid, and I know it's for a narrative reason. Okay, this is not a Broadway show. I have to keep telling myself that.
Mhm.
But like the beginning, the whole duel between Lucifer and
it's
Alistair
great.
is great, and they've got great vibes.
Iconic.
Jeremy Jordan is iconic and knocks that shit out of the park. By the way, here's a quick little side tangent on this. Okay,
Yes.
Jeremy Jordan is the whole reason why Greatest Showman got produced,
Yes.
and
I
they did
fuck-
that man dirty.
They
Afterwards.
did. I can fucking rant about this for hours. Yes.
Mhm.
He got robbed. Although, if you guys want to cry and see him do just a beautiful piece of
I
a
just
two-person
watched it
Broadway
the other
play.
day.
Mm.
Oh.
Oh no, it's the last 5 years. Okay, so
Okay. I'll have to look this up. I thought you were
Jeremy
gonna bring up
Jordan-
him singing "The Greatest Showman" because I saw that video
Oh, yeah.
recently.
that video, yeah. If you need to see him sing The Greatest Showman, if you haven't seen him sing Greatest Showman, no. But so he was in a play. It's a two-person play. Literally, there are two people in this Broadway show. If you see it on stage, the movie, I think it's called The Last. I'm just double checking.
Mm.
And he does an amazing job in this. It's called The Last 5 Years, and this is a very interesting play about the way that it's done. It tells the story of a couple that fall in and out of love. So he starts at the beginning of the show, at the beginning of their. Wait, I want to be sure I'm not telling this wrong. Yeah, he starts at the beginning of the show singing at the beginning of like how they meet and everything, singing forward in time. She starts at the beginning of the show, at the end of their relationship, singing backwards in time. And then they meet in the middle. So if you watch the show, they each take the stage one at a time. And the only time they're on stage together is in the middle of the show, whenever they are both singing the same song at the same time.
Mm-hmm.
And after that, then they pass each other in time, which is really cool. It's a really well done, and the movie is really well done. The movie is Jeremy Jordan plays the male lead. He's a struggling author who hits it big, and the girl is Anna Kendrick.
Oh shit!
Who's a struggling actress.
Anna Kendrick.
Yeah, and it's just kind of like how their relationship goes and the ups and downs of everything, right?
Yep.
It's a really great play. I recommend it. Anyway, this man got robbed of Greatest Showman. He's a great Broadway actor, and he nails Hell's Greatest Dad, and he nails
more than anything.
More than anything.
Mm-hmm.
It's phenomenal. And the guy who plays Alistair in Hell's Greatest, who plays Alistair, he also nails old-timey transatlantic radio singing voice. Mm-hmm. Like a fucking champ, okay? He holds his own against a set of pipes like Jerry Jordan. So I'm gonna go ahead and put this on Dapper because it's pretty great.
Edward Bosco is Alistair.
Edward Bosco, yeah, absolutely.
Yes.
And the only reason it's not in Dapper is because of Mimsy's part.
It's because of Mimsy's part on the end. I was like, that just ruined it.
So then we have It Starts With Sorry, a song that I'm not too crazy about.
I'm pulling this one onto the list.
Yeah.
It's such a Disney princess song.
Yeah.
All right, maybe I'm a little askewed. I have a very soft spot in my heart for this song because my oldest son loves Broadway. He loves big musicals and whatnot. And this is the only song from Hazbin Hotel I can play around him.
That's true.
And he loves it.
That is very fair.
I'll give you that one.
Yeah, he also listens to More Than Anything, which he loves so much.
Yeah.
But we listen to It Starts With Sorry constantly.
And I love Sir Princess is my boy. I love him.
Yes.
I want to adopt the snake boy, okay? I love him. I really do. But this song is such a Disney princess.
Such a tonal disposition to all the other songs.
It's such a juxtaposition against literally every other song on this, okay?
I need it on record. This would be on Dappist for my list. I love this song
Go for it. You know what? It's if you want to put it on your list, that's great.
This is Sylvie's list. Then we have my personal favorite song, Loser Baby.
That's Dappist.
Okay, thank you.
Straight up.
Phenomenal. Yeah.
It is, Keith David singing is always an absolute joy.
Great.
Always
Here's
a pleasure.
crazy part about like Keith David is so good.
Mm-hmm.
He is not unlike the rest of the cast, he is not a Broadway singer.
Yeah.
But he does such a good job.
He does such a good job, and he just takes it in stride. And we see, and here, part of this is for the composers and the writers. They wrote the part for Keith David to make him shine.
Mm-hmm.
Very well, and that's the same thing that happened with him whenever he was Dr. Flucier. Like that's why Friends on the Other Side is such a banger, because they wrote it with him in mind. Now, here's where I'm gonna do another little tangent here. Why couldn't they have done that with Wish?
Was he in Wish?
No. So
with the movie Wish.
Point. With the movie Wish, Chris Pine has this like villain song, right?
Yes.
And it's so bad because he's not a classically trained singer.
No, he is not.
And they do a very bad job of writing the song for his capabilities to make him shine.
A lot of people think that song was the lyrics of that song were AI generated.
That wouldn't surprise me if I'm gonna be honest, because it's just bad. whenever you compare it to someone who also is not like Keith David, now keep in mind the man has a natural bass to him, so
Yeah.
like that's gonna be way better than Chris Pine. But it's just, this is where you're like some peak writing you can show, even if they're not a classically trained singer, because anybody can learn how to sing.
Yes.
Because Keith David stands up to this whole cast of Broadway singers, and Loser Baby is arguably the best song on the entire soundtrack.
So
Yep.
good.
I would agree.
And yeah, it's just like, so it's just a banger. They both have, you know, Blake Roman does a great job as Angel Dust, and the two of them together with their own voice juxtaposition to each other.
Yeah.
But they end up finding a harmony in it is wonderful. Okay. So Dappist, straight up.
Yes.
Yeah.
We have
Okay.
More Than Anything and the More Than Anything reprise.
Okay. More Than Anything, Dappist.
Mm-hmm.
I cannot
Okay.
express how hard this song made me cry the first time I saw it. I
Mm.
can't lie.
Okay.
Like, yeah.
And again, this is the one where Jeremy Jordan just fucking shines as Lucifer.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
He has a great, powerful set of pipes, and just him belting out More Than Anything is wonderful. Great job. 10 out of 10, no notes.
Mm-hmm.
More Than Anything reprise.
I mean, it's a reprise.
It's a
Yeah.
reprise. So generally, but you know, there's some songs where the reprise is better than the actual song.
That's fair.
So
That is fair.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it in DAP.
Mm.
It just doesn't hit the same.
Agree.
Yeah. I can do I
It's good.
firmly agree with this. Yeah.
It's good.
Yep.
I mean, because whereas More Than Anything is highlighting that parent's gonna do anything for their kid, even if it's, you gotta let them do it whenever you're kind of powerless to do it,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
to protect them. So it's great. It hits. It's wonderful. Beautiful
Mhm.
set of voice and pipes. More Than Anything reprise is a great song. It is. It's very well written. It shows the wonderful growth between the two characters, Maggie and Charlie, and their like growth in their relationship. It just doesn't hit the same. And I don't
Yeah.
know if it's because like I love Stephanie Bedroots and Erica Hensing, but it just doesn't hit
Yeah.
the same. Like they have a great chemistry when the two are singing together. It's just kind of meh.
No,
It's good. It's great.
Yeah.
Out for Love.
Out for Love, Dapper.
Okay.
Okay. Okay.
And this might be my Hispanic ass showing.
Dude,
On
it's
this
so
one.
good. The guitar is so
This
good.
guitar is so good.
No,
and-
I'm right there with you. Yeah.
It's the guitar's so good. Daphne Rabruna Vega is great. She's in Rent.
Mhm.
Like,
Yeah.
how can you not love this woman? She hits this so well, and it's really written very well for the character,
It is. Yeah.
and it's just got a great complex solo. So this is just probably, like I said, it's probably just my Hispanic ass just going, I love it. But yeah, so I'm here
Love.
for it.
Yeah.
Love. It's a great play on words. I'm a sucker for clever wordplay. Instead of out for blood, it's out for love.
Yeah.
And if you listen to the lyrics, it totally makes sense. Especially whenever you're looking at the two characters.
Yeah.
That the song's about.
Mhm.
Wonderful. I'm here for it.
I'm curious where you're going with Poison.
Poison. Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna go ahead and put it in Dappist for multiple
Okay.
reasons.
God.
Good.
It is my second. I will totally Poison second top song.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. For sure. So, Poison.
Mm-hmm.
1. Music and composition, absolute banger.
Yes.
Great. No notes on that one. It hits the vibe. It hits the pop vibe. It's a catchy beat. You wanna listen to it. You wanna hear it bumping. But the wording like the actual lyrics to the song are
Mhm.
so clever because
Yes.
and it makes the point for the character, it makes the point in the show, and the lyrics also make the point that if you are not paying attention, you are not listening, you're just going to enjoy a very catchy pop song.
Yeah.
However, if you actually start listening to what Angel Dust is saying,
It's a
you start to go,
heartbreaker.
oh shit.
Yeah,
And
it is
the way
rough.
they end the song, because there's a very distinct difference between when
Mhm.
Angel Dust is singing as the performer Angel Dust, and and then whenever Angel Dust Anthony is singing. And you realize, because you're like, this is high intensity pop song that's going through the entire time, and you get to the end, and that's whenever you get your reality break check going. Oh
Mhm.
my god, I feel so bad for the person in this song, because you suddenly, if you weren't paying attention then, you are now, because now the entire vibe has changed and you're actually listening to what they're saying.
Mm-hmm.
No notes.
That
This is great.
whole episode is it going from Poison to Loser Baby. That whole episode is
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Very powerful episode of a show. Probably super powerful episode in and of itself, just for what that episode stands for, what it is.
Yes.
And then two of the best songs in the show, both coming from that episode, are like, it's just poetic.
Yep.
Yeah.
Ready for this?
I'm gonna put it up there with that. It's good.
It's very Broadway. It's
Yeah.
very Broadway.
You get very Broadway. The character's learning something. You can very well see it vocally and music. It's great. It's just it's good.
It's not special. It's
not gonna stick with you like some of the other ones here. Okay.
Respectless.
So I'm gonna throw Respectless up in Dapper.
Whoa, I am shocked.
This is my favorite song to come out of Hazbin.
This unironically is my least favorite of every single one of the songs that they made.
Really? Why is that?
We're all over the spectrum.
I have no rightful reason for this to be my least favorite song, other than I just don't see whoever the singer was for Vanity or Vane or whatever her name is.
Cooper.
Yeah. I don't like her singing.
Okay.
I don't. I like the interruptions from the rest of the council like a little bit, but like the tone of the song itself just doesn't feel super cogent. It doesn't feel coherent with the rest of the songs. Like, it is meant to be different. I know that it feels different because it's a different person singing it. It's a different vibe. It's a different whatever. But it's too different. I don't like it. It's also just personal taste. I just don't like it.
Absolutely. It is
Like,
absolutely
that's
personal
fine.
taste. Yeah.
So for me on this one, this is right up there with Hell's Greatest Dad, because they have a similar thing. It's two different types of music combating each other, but that are still flowing into each other and out each other. I should have made this point with Hell's Greatest Dad too. You get the same thing. I think it's a little bit more of a sharp contrast on Hell's Greatest Dad between Lucifer and Alistair. However, the music's still weaving in and out between the two of them, right?
Yeah.
And Respectless, this is the lines blur a little bit more, because you have Carmilla, who has the Spanish style guitar, kind of more Spanish style guitar, rock ballad kind of shit going on. Whereas you have Velvet, who has the more pop song, also kind of Hispanic inspired, but mainly pop song. Okay.
Yeah.
Going back and forth between the two. And so like the juxtaposition between the two is not quite the same, because they said kind of rock Spanish guitar kind of thing going on, and then pop song going on. But it also makes the good point for the characters on why Velvet is so irreverent when it comes to the rest of the overlords in hell, and how easy it is for her to get under the skin of the others. But
yes,
it's just, for me, it's a great song. It's it's a I want to karaoke 2-person karaoke this song, okay? Because I
All right,
love
well,
it.
me and you got it, and Dippy can
Okay.
sit and watch.
I will be off in a different
you'll-
booth. Yeah.
You'll be. What the Sedestro? Sedestro. He has one line in the song.
One
Oh,
line.
Zestiel.
Zestiel, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, by the way, he gets so little screen time. I hope later on they bring him up to speed.
Oh,
because
they're
let me
going
tell
to.
you,
There would be
let
no
me-
reason to introduce him at all if they're not planning to do something with him in the future.
Because let me
So
tell you who Zestiel is. Okay,
Okay.
Zestiel is James Monroe Englehart.
Hmm.
Iglehart.
Eichelhard, you know.
So he is I'm pretty sure he is a 2-time Tony Award winning artist
Yeah.
who's Broadway nerds are gonna know he is the guy who originally played Genie in the Broadway production Aladdin.
Mhm.
He's also in Disenchanted as well.
Mhm.
But he is a Tony Award winning artist.
Yeah.
And
I
they
just
give the
Googled it.
man
And you give him
like
one line
3
in one
lines?
song.
no, because we haven't gotten to
Oh yeah, no, that's
the others where he sings also in this one. But they give the man 3 lines
Mhm.
across 2 different songs.
He's somebody.
And I'm kind of mad about this.
I haven't seen Hell of a Boss yet.
You need to.
Is he? Is
You need
he
to.
in it?
I think
Or no?
Eichelhard is in Hell of a Boss as
Okay.
well. Eichelhard as an actor is in Hell of a Boss, but not the
Oh, okay.
Zestiel character, no.
Okay.
Yeah.
Which only brings up the point of the two different dynamics of how the rings of hell in Hell of a Boss work versus how they work in Hazbin Hotel. Hazbin Hotel basically takes place on one ring, like it's only the top
Okay.
pride ring, and all the other rings below it inhabit like the rest of Hell of a Boss by by virtue of you visit a couple
Hell
of
of
the
Us.
other rings in Hell of
Yeah.
a Boss, but you don't go to the Pride Ring. Or no, they do live in the Pride
Their
Ring.
Their office is in the Pride Ring.
Their office is in the Pride Ring. So it's just
Okay.
one of those, it's just a
I'll have to check
background
it out,
building. I would hope that they put it as a background building in Hazbin Hotel.
I want Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss because they take place in the same universe. That is
Mhm.
confirmed.
Yes.
Yeah.
They do take place in the same universe. Of course, the focus is on the Hellborn and Hell of a Boss. It's primarily
Yeah.
focused on the Hellborn denizens of hell,
Yeah.
and then Hazbin Hotel is the sinners
Mhm.
Okay.
that occupy the Pride Ring.
Mhm.
Mainly because, for this one reason alone, I want Asmodeus to kick Valentino's ass so hard.
Yeah.
Okay?
I want that
so
too.
hard.
I also just want to see what the Goetia have to say about the overlords of the Pride Ring. Like, if the overlord's power overshadows the Goetia, then I don't know. It's one of those things you just have to get that sorted out.
I feel
Next
like
song-
this is like for a different Dapper D's
Yeah,
episode.
it definitely is. Next song is Stayed Gone, and
it's
there's-
going in Dapper.
good.
Okay.
I appreciate that very much.
Again,
I love it. Yeah.
if you see a theme with pretty much everything in the Dapper list,
Yeah, it's
it's
combating musical styles.
combating musical styles, but this one's just cleverly done.
Mhm.
Yes.
Very cleverly done.
Mhm. Harpsichord.
The guy who plays Vox, what's his name?
Christian Borel.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Also killer.
He played Shakespeare on Broadway.
Yeah, he did Something Rotten.
Yes.
That's
yeah,
what most people. Yeah, he was Shakespeare and Something Rotten. Peter and the Starcatcher, TV appearances, Prodigal Son, and whatnot. I love him so much.
Yeah.
And in the opening of the song, you really get to see his whole full range. And then, then Alistair kicks his ass. It's wonderful.
Yeah.
Vox is the
Um,
only villain in this show that I'm like, I'd be okay if you won though.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like Vox.
I do like Vox. It's like I want Valentino to be
next-
buried 6 feet under, but yeah.
Yeah.
So same thing, kind of similar notes for Respectless and Hell's Greatest Dad. It's great. I think it's the most cleverly done out of the kind of dueling songs, if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
So
Okay.
Welcome to Heaven.
dull.
Yeah. I
probably
think we could all kind of
dullest.
agree.
That was this is my goal list.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we could all kind of agree. Welcome to Heaven is just kind of a filler in terms
Yeah.
of like all the rest of the songs.
Like I could have been fine
And
without it.
it sucks because with what I was talking about earlier, my personal arguments and whatever's
Yes.
with this show, I would want Welcome to Heaven to be a little bit higher, but it's not. It's
Yeah.
just not. It's like
And it sucks because I feel like because this is like a great show. Like it's like they had such potential for it to be a cool song.
yeah,
If
did.
they really wanted to, and they had a great singer.
it's like too short.
singer. That's
Uh,
Blaine Anderson, who was on
yeah,
Glee.
Darren Crisis.
Darren Crisis, yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
He
It's
was
just-
also music meister in like The Flash and Supergirl
It's
and
just
whatnot.
far too short.
It
Which
is
is
Too short
you-
and just
yeah.
kind of bleh.
it
Just
is
there.
also sincerely my only real gripe with the show of like I understand if you want to make Heaven the villain, it's okay. I almost feel like they purposely made the song a little bit bad.
Yeah,
Like you know what I
Yeah.
mean? Like they were like, it's just Heaven. We don't have to like really like like it feels like the
It fe-
song was phoned
yeah.
in.
What it feels like to me, and I will
Happy
dip a
Day
little
in
bit
Hell
into the personal
was a
things.
lot better.
Yeah.
Yes.
I was like,
Yeah.
you could have just gave me another Disney princess song. I would
What-
have been fine with that.
What I will dip into with my personal biases here is that, like, if you want Heaven to be the villain, you can't have it both ways. You can't
Yes.
have Heaven be this, like, Heaven be the place where the worst characters in the show are, but also where the nicest characters in the show are. Because
Yeah.
the way that Adam acts in the show, he would not be in Heaven to begin with. He
Yeah.
would not be there. There would be no excuse.
What are you talking? It's
Which-
just nepotism.
I mean, it kind of is, but it's also just like you don't meet God. Like, obviously, like you can't really do that yet. I hope they
I mean-
don't. But like, if you were to, and God were to, like a theoretical God in the show were to look at Adam's behavior, Adam would have fallen a long time ago with
Yes.
Lucifer. Like at
Yeah.
that point, even if he
So,
is God's first
I think
creation,
separately
like
on this one, I think, like said, because in the later when you get to you don't know,
mhm.
Yeah.
Sarah makes the point of saying there's a lot that you don't know.
Yeah.
So I was like, because like at the end, spoilers. If you haven't by this
Oh
point,
yeah.
have watched
Spoilers.
Has Been Hotel.
Yeah.
I don't care. You should go now.
Yeah.
But
Go.
if you leave now, if you don't want to know. Anyway, at the end of this, at the very end of everything, right? Lilith's apparently just chilling in heaven. And
Yeah.
I have questions.
I don't
I
think
have
she's
so
in. No,
many
no, no, no,
fucking
no, 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 no.
questions.
I don't think she's in heaven. I think she's in purgatory. I think
That
she's
could work.
chilling.
Anyway.
I think she's chilling
So,
in
but I'm
purgatory.
like I said,
think-
there's more going on than anybody because I was like, Adam's a dick. He's
we
the
got
original
three more,
dick.
and then
He is the original dick.
we have hit an hour in the episode.
All right, so we got to start.
We got
We gotta
three
roll.
more for
Yeah.
this. I've got to go through my list, and then we have two collab lists,
Maybe
and we'll take a
just
short
do
break.
the one collab. We'll see what time
No,
we're at.
no,
by the-
we'll be
like-
fine.
Okay.
Like,
I'm
if
running-
1
I'm
hour
running
for
on
2
3 hours
hours,
of sleep.
So whatever it takes.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put whatever it takes in Dapper.
Oh,
Okay.
That is a very solid power ballad.
it is.
Mhm.
It absolutely is.
Very solid. Now, Camilla carries the power ballad.
yeah.
Absolutely, she does.
Absolutely.
Mhm.
But it's a solid power ballad, and you really feel what's going on in the song.
Yes.
So it's
Indeed.
like that one's the good one there. So I feel like that's that's pretty solid going in there. You can't go wrong with it.
You didn't know.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw that in there with Dappist.
Oh,
Yes.
okay.
This is my alarm in the mornings recently.
Wow. Okay,
Yeah.
there you go.
Starting off the day strong.
Because it does a really good job of taking the theme, hell is forever, because that's basically the theme for the show if you're really thinking about it. Because
Yeah.
if you're listening, I'm a nerd who likes to go back and listen to things and make notes of clever wordplay and research and whatnot. Like I said, we could have a whole separate podcast episode on this bullshit.
Yeah.
Anyway, it recurs a lot throughout the show, but you just don't always notice it.
Yep.
Because you're focused on what everybody's saying. And so the fact that they take the reprise and reinforce it as its own separate song, fucking beautiful, and it makes its point very, very well. It stands by itself. It's great. It's dapper.
Yeah.
The finale.
And the finale song.
It's another Broadway.
It's pretty dull.
Wow. Okay.
I'm gonna go ahead and throw it in dull because it's another Broadway song. Pretty expected.
It's got a lot. It's like everybody coming together with their own part to play in the finale song. Yeah.
Yeah.
And just by virtue of that, it goes in dull.
Yeah, but it goes in dull because it's not compared to some of the other bangers where you had an opportunity for a really cool finale song.
Yeah.
And you're sticking it up against Loser Baby more than anything, Poison, and you didn't know. It's like, that's so disappointing, guys. Come on, man.
It needed to be like a minute longer. Like, give everybody a little bit more of a showcase. Like,
if they had done that, the finale would have taken up too much room in the finale. I think it would have rushed the rest.
Just make the episode longer. This isn't on TV.
That is fair.
We don't need to air it for
no, you know what? That
breaks.
is very fair. Just make it longer. Yeah. Although now it is airing. It is airing with ads on Amazon Prime, unless you buy Prime Plus.
Is it?
Yeah.
Oh, well.
I'm not gonna lie, my ass paid for the ad free because I find ads annoying.
There it is, your definitive Hazbin Hotel Songs Dapper tier list. I agree with a lot of this, and I disagree with some of it. We're not going to get into that because I didn't get into it with Dadley's list either, and y'all are free to disagree.
Again, like I said, you can do it on your list.
Yeah, this is my list. Yeah. All right, so finally, for individual lists, we have something that I've just kind of become obsessed with again in my life. Outside of the show, outside of my work, I am going to do my best. This is not just a tier list. This is a prediction for where these teams are going to fall in the regular season standings for the upcoming year of 2024-2025 NFL football. With the changes that have been made so far, this is pre-draft, so the draft could change things. But taking a look at the teams as they stand right now, where are these teams going to finish? Like, what is their record going to be, basically? And how fun are they going to be to watch? That's the main criteria for Dappest, Dapper, Dap, Dill, Dullest. Yeah. So immediately I can knock a few off the bat here with the Cardinals being pretty dull. They haven't made any changes for the better in their organization yet. They're not gonna have a great season again. They haven't made changes in
their organization for years.
Yeah, and they just gave away even more of their quote unquote best players, minus Kyler Murray, in free agency, and did not really sign anybody in return.
Moves.
Yeah, and did not really make any returns. The Atlanta Falcons have pulled in Kirk Cousins and a couple of other good free agency targets, but they just officially gave Kirk Cousins a contract that has made him the highest paid player in the NFL ever, and it's not going to do shit for them. I think that Kirk Cousins is going to struggle in Atlanta even more mightily than he struggled in Minneapolis. Like, it's really not a question of, is Kirk Cousins going to save the Falcons? It's, are the Falcons going to be better with Kirk Cousins? Like,
Yeah.
and I just don't think they are. They could get a little better. Like, I think they could come out with a winning record, but they're not going to win the division that they're in. They're not going to win the NFC South. Ravens are dappest. The Ravens are going to have an amazing year because they have finally taken the one piece that they needed and they took it from my team. They got Derrick Henry in free agency, so they have the best running quarterback in the league and one of the best running backs in the league on the same team at the same time. If they just keep up the performance that they had last year, pre-playoffs, and make it back to the playoffs, they are going to win a Super Bowl this year. Yes. I wouldn't guarantee it, but I can almost say for certain that they will.
They did lose my house on it, Dippy.
They did lose some pieces. They did lose Patrick Queen and a couple of others that would have helped their defense, but at this point, if the offense can get it right, they're going all the way. The Bills are dap. The Bills are fine. The Bills are fine, but they lost so many pieces in free agency. They were in such a terrible cap situation in this free agency. They lost so many players. Gabe Davis. They lost their running back. It wasn't Saquon Barkley. That was the Giants. They lost so many of their pivotal pieces to free agency that all they have left really is whoever they get in the draft and Josh Allen and Dalvin Cook, I think.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Because here's the sad part, because whoever they get in the draft, they're going to be fresh out of college.
Yeah, they're going to be so fresh.
It's a completely different game. And so honestly, those guys aren't going to come online for like 2 years at the most.
Oh no, it'll be a year. It'll either be a year or they're going to start. And if they start, God help them, because the Bills are running on fumes at the end of their Super Bowl Overton window. Their window is closing fast, and Josh Allen cannot carry the team on their back. Yep. Panthers are dullest. They are in such a terrible spot. They have no capital. They have no aspirations. They have no gains to be made with David Tepper as their GM. They
Panthers
are not,
who?
Yeah, Panthers who? the Carolina who? The Panthers what? Yeah, it's terrible. They have such a terrible situation going on over in Carolina. They traded away one of their best players that they still had somehow to the Giants, and they have not made too many great acquisitions to make up for it. They are going to be the bottom of the division again. They are going to have the number 1 pick again. And this time they're actually going to keep it because they learned their fucking lesson. The Bears have the number 1 pick. The Bears. They have.
I'm glad we have the same brain cell, guys.
They have the number 1 pick. They have the number 9 pick. They have a swath of draft capital to build a new team in the offseason. They signed a couple of great people. They let go of a couple of good people. But they let go of Justin Fields.
The Bears are going to be interesting to see after the draft because they basically have the power to go, how badly do you want this draft pick?
Yeah. They have the power to get rid of one or the other. And but they're not getting, but what they actually are gonna do, they're not gonna get rid of either one because they're gonna get Caleb Williams with number 1 and they're gonna draft one of the top wide receiver picks at number 9 or whoever's left really, of the top 10 picks. They have the capital to be a great team. It's not gonna help them. They're gonna end up 8-9, 9-8. They on a wing and a prayer they might make it to the playoffs, but they're not gonna contend. With Caleb Williams as fresh as he is, the guy who can't beat UCLA is gonna be the quarterback of the future for the Bears. Doubtful. The Bears is such an organization of trial and tribulation that you just have to wait and see again. And they're in such a weird spot. The Bengals are going to be dapper. They have, if they can keep Joe Burrow healthy, they can actually beat the Chiefs in the playoffs if Joe Burrow is healthy. And they acquired some good players in free agency. They lost a couple of their good pieces. Like, one of their good pieces came to the Titans. But they're going to have a healthy Joe Burrow in year 2 of a mega $1 million contract for who they believe is the next best player, the next best quarterback in the NFL behind Patrick Mahomes. And they can make it all the way through the dance to the Super Bowl. Maybe not as big of a chance as the Ravens, but they can get back to the playoffs this year.
Yeah.
True.
The Browns is a hard one. I'm going to put them in DAP for now, because if they can actually have... They tried something last year that worked so well, nobody knows what they're going to do this year. They played 5 different quarterbacks and won 11 games as a result. It was a carousel. You had no idea what the Browns were going to pull out in a given week, and their defense was the strong constant that kept players from actually succeeding against the Browns. Deshaun Watson is not going to do shit. Jameis Winston is not going to do shit for the Browns. Like, I don't think he is. Yeah. But if they can do something like they did last year, they could make it to the playoffs again, somehow. I have no idea how, but they could. The Cowboys are in a weird position. So the Cowboys went all in by re-signing a long snapper, and that's it. No, y'all got Eric Kendricks. That's the only other player that y'all acquired in free agency. And
true.
Jerry World going all in by signing 2 players is not going all in. I think they're going to miss the playoffs. Like, by the slimmest of margins.
So I've been hoodwinked in becoming a Cowboys fan. I don't know how I got here. I just looked up and went, why am I a Cowboys fan?
How did this happen?
Apparently I am. Yes. How did this happen? Anyway, so I've been hoodwinked into becoming a Cowboys fan. You guys know the life cycle of a Cowboys fan, right?
It is. This is going to be our year, and then it isn't.
No. It goes, the season starts. We beat up on bad teams.
Yeah.
Then, as a fan base, we get hella delusional. That's when we start screaming, "Them boys, it's gonna be our year!"
Yeah.
And then we choke in the playoffs.
Most likely in the first round of the playoffs.
And here's what kills me, okay? Here's what kills me is we do have, if you look on paper, we should not be as bad as we are.
On paper.
On paper. I blame coaching staff and Jerry being overly into it.
Yeah.
Because I was like, CeeDee Lamb, he's fucking amazing. Why don't they do more with him? I don't know.
And the power of a comma.
It's not just because I am a Sooners fan and CeeDee Lamb was my boy when he was playing for the Sooners, okay? No, the man's got talent. He's got talent. We got a team of talent.
The Cowboys roster has talent. They don't use it properly. Pollard. Who was the guy? The cornerback who had 6 steals, who had six pick sixes. Most pick sixes in a single season of any player they've ever had, and they lost 48-32 in the first round of the playoffs to the Packers. It was unbelievable.
Like I said, the life cycle, we choke in the playoffs.
Yeah. This year, bold prediction, they're not even going to make the playoffs. Not even with Dak. Anymore. Not even with Dak at his best. Not even with CeeDee Lamb. And they gave away so many of their pieces, they're not even going to make the playoffs. Unless they hit in the draft miracle after miracle after miracle. The Broncos are going in dullest. The Broncos are so stuck, it's hilarious. They had to let go of so many people with nothing in return. The Broncos are just not a contending team anymore. Yeah. They had a chance.
Here's the crazy part. They used to be.
They used to be
fucking amazing.
One of the best teams in the NFL. They used to have
the best defense.
A future. They used to have hope. And now it's just flushed away. They gave up so much money to give a quarterback millions and millions of dollars that they have had to let go to the Steelers. Of all teams, the Steelers picked up their quarterback of the future. The Lions. This is where I'm going to shake things up. The Lions are going in Dappest as well. My ideal Super Bowl for this year is Ravens-Lions. Because Dan Campbell's Lions have what it takes to go to the Super Bowl and win the Super Bowl for the first time in, like, ever. Win it for the first time ever. Appear in it for the first time ever. They only recently, like this year, appeared in and won a playoff game for the first time in 30 years.
Yeah.
Wow.
This is the year that they can put it all the rest of it together and go back to the playoffs, win the conference, and go to the Super Bowl. I can
they've
actually
just come out of nowhere the last couple of years because they used to be the butt of every football joke.
They were one of
oh.
two teams. They were one of two teams that went 0-16 in a regular season. And they have turned it around so strongly. It's unbelievable what the Lions have been able to do. They let go of some pieces, but they're bringing in even more good pieces. And I think they're going to draft pretty well too. So I'm putting them in Dappest. Green Bay is a similar story. Green Bay is going in Dapper because Jordan Love is actually such a powerhouse player. Like, they drafted quarterback perfectly 3 generations in a row. How the fuck do you do it? How did the Green Bay Packers do this? Oops, sorry. I gotta charge my battery.
The Green Bay Packers.
Charging battery.
If you talk about stability at the quarterback position, you have Brett Favre for 10 years, Aaron Rodgers for 10 years, plus, like 15 years. And now you have Jordan Love, who looks perennial. He looks like he could be the quarterback for the Packers for the next 10 years. And it's just infuriating that the NFC North has to be stacked with both Jordan Love and Dan Campbell's Lions, that I can't put Green Bay in Dappest. I won't do it, but they could also very well go to a Super Bowl if they hit the draft right. The Houston Texans.
The Texans who?
The Houston Texans have to go in Dappest because
I want to hear your reasoning behind this.
Somehow.
Because we're talking about the Texans
and
here.
I don't know how this happened. But the Texans took a 5-year plan and condensed it to 2 years when they picked up CJ Stroud, Tank Dell, this great receiving core. They had a decent running back in Devin Singletary, who is not a Texan anymore. He went to the Jets, I think. But they had a core that took a 3-11-1 team, no, a 3-13-1 team, and turned it into an 11-6 team overnight. I cannot even believe that it happened, but it did. The Texans are in a position that they could usurp the Chiefs in their second year of CJ Stroud. And it's possible. I would be the saddest person in the world if that happened, but it would at least dethrone somebody else on this list. Now
here's the one caveat to that, because the Texans do have a tendency to kind of suffer from Jerry syndrome as well, where the people who should not be managing have opinions.
D'Amico Ryans has actually done something to the Texans organization that he's actually a good head coach for an organization that is willing to listen to him. Yeah. It's one of those situations where he's not power hungry. He's not this guy who wants to be the yes person for everything. He is going to take CJ Stroud and turn him into a boss hog. I can feel it. And I hate that I can feel that. The Colts are going in DAP. They're a decent team. They're going to be decent when Anthony Richardson comes back. They lost Gardner Minshew, which lost them which is going to lose them a couple of games in the regular season. Because Gardner Minshew was one of the best backups turned starters ever, and he just went over to the Raiders. So,
because if they're just gonna stick on backups, I don't see why he wouldn't leave.
Anthony Richardson is unproven. We saw him for 5 games, and then he was injured in a game against the Titans, and he did not come back for the rest of the season. We don't know what Anthony Richardson is capable of, and until we learn that, I'm putting him right in the middle. They're not going to have a winning record. They're not going to have a losing record. Well, they're going to have one or the other. But I'm not guaranteeing one way or the other. I certainly don't think they're going to make the playoffs, though. The Jags. The Jacksonville Jaguars. Trevor Lawrence is so mid, and they have mismanaged him so much that they are going to fall to the bottom of the AFC South this year. They already had such a terrible backslide from when they won so many and made the playoffs in 2021 to losing 8 of 9 to end the year, just like the Titans did 2 years ago. T-Law is not going.
Only slightly.
T-Law is going to fall so flat on his face this year, I'm going to laugh at how bad the Jags will be again. Because they lost their best receiver to another team. The Kansas City Chiefs. It infuriates me to have to put the Kansas City Chiefs in Dapper, but that is the power of one Patrick William Mahomes II in a nutshell. I think his middle name is William. I don't know. I'm not going to double check. I'm not going to glorify him with double checking. Patrick Mahomes is such an annoying prick, and yet he is so good at football. He is so good at football.
He is damn talented.
It makes me cry how good he is.
He is the best quarterback in the league.
It makes me cry how good such a crybaby is. That he can take the team that they had last year.
There's a reason why he's my quarterback for every fantasy football team.
He took a team that finished the regular season 9-8 and won a Super Bowl. Yeah. And he's going to win one again in the future. It might not be this year, but it will definitely be there. Two of the next 5 Super Bowls are going to be won by the Chiefs. Like, I don't care which 2 they are, but 2 of them are going to be won by the Chiefs. I think that there are teams on here that are going to knock the Chiefs out of the playoffs someday. I hope they do. But until that point, they have to go in Dapper, like top of Dapper, below Dappest, because I'm the only reason they're not in Dappest is because I don't want them to go to another Super Bowl.
Because I don't like it.
I don't like it, guys. I don't like it.
But I'm willing to concede.
Seriously though, there's a reason why he's my top pick in fantasy football.
Oh yeah, makes sense. Yeah.
The Chargers is an interesting story.
Yeah.
Because you have Jim Harbaugh returning to the NFL. You have Justin Herbert still in the end of his prime. But he has no weapons. He has no hopes. He has no dreams. He has no receivers. His number 1 wide receiver is one of his offensive linemen right now. It's like... That's the situation that the LA Chargers are in. They are such an irrelevant franchise, and they are finishing so poorly. It's a coin toss whether Jim Harbaugh takes this organization and makes them contend against the Chiefs.
But they got a nice stadium, though.
They do. They have a phenomenal stadium.
Which they share with a team who is arguably much better than them, the LA
Also
Rams,
valid.
who I am putting in DAP. Now, they would have gone into Dapper if Aaron Donald had not retired. They have lost the best defensive tackle in probably not in NFL history, but in modern NFL history, like post 2000.
In recent memory.
Recent memory. And so many teams are rejoicing at that fact that I think they're going to slip even farther than their Super Bowl hangover made them slip 2 years ago. They're not going to make it to the playoffs. They might even be bottom of DAP, I'll say. Maybe top of Dull. But with Matthew Stafford hungry for his ring, he could do something. He could, but he's not going to. He proved in his game against the Lions that when it matters most, he is going to falter in the playoffs. That's all I'm saying. He did it once. In 2021, he got his ring. He's not going to get another one. The Raiders.
Of the Lost Ark?
The Raiders are a tough one. The Raiders I'm going to tentatively put the Raiders at the bottom of the DAP with the Rams. Because the Raiders have made some really damn good signings in the offseason. Christian Wilkins, Gardner Minshew, Antonio Pierce is now their coach. They could contend against the Chiefs if they draft correctly, because they still don't really have an answer in the offense other than bringing in Gardner Minshew alongside whoever they had. Who did they have last year? The backup last year was pedo mustache guy. I forget his name.
I don't know. I don't know enough football.
Yeah, they can contend. I don't know if they're going to, though.
The only reason I can even participate in this conversation is because I played fantasy football last season.
Yeah.
So
the Dolphins.
Well,
Tua Tagovailoa is such a good quarterback when all of the conditions are set properly before him. Put him in an ounce of pressure and without his best weapons at his side, and he falters so much. They've made some moves, but they are not ready to go to the playoffs with what they have right now. I don't think they're going to do it. T. Hill.
I would put them in dull list.
Tyreek Hill. Really?
Yeah. They're just not even on the radar as a threat to anybody at the moment. Maybe in a couple years, because I mean they do have Tyreek Hill.
The only reason they're not in dull list is because of Tyreek Hill, in my opinion. The cheetah cannot be stopped when he's at his prime. But when he was injured in a game against the Titans, he showcased how much of a fraudulent organization the Dolphins are without him. If they don't have A+ talent, the Dolphins just fall apart. They're the December Dolphins for a reason, because they cannot win in December. When it matters most. The Vikings are in dullest.
Yeah.
Sam Darnold is not going to bring the Vikings around to make them into a stud organization. He's not going to do that for any organization. Justin Jefferson is an immaculate weapon to have for any quarterback to have. Justin Jefferson alone cannot bring this team out of the doldrums. There's something going wrong fundamentally with the Vikings organization as it stands right now, that unless they figure out what pieces they can fix with what capital they have now, they're going to, for the first time in their history, finish 3 seasons in a row with a losing record, which they have never done.
True.
They have never finished 3 seasons in a row with a losing record. They've always found a way to bounce back, to be good, to be passable. This year and next year combined, this past year that happened, along with next year and the year after that combined, are going to be the 3-year slip, where the Vikings just have to sit back and let the wave take them where they need to go to be relevant again.
I will say, yes, they do need to be in dullest. The Vikings fans, though, are
some of the best fans out there.
Davis.
Absolutely.
I'm just saying,
Vikings, your fans are so wonderful.
No, their fans are batshit crazy. Anybody who's willing to tailgate in negative temperatures or go shovel out your stadium because of the amount of fucking snow and be shirtless in negative degree temperatures, you gotta love your fan base, okay?
In my free
Reward
time,
your fan base, please.
I'm a recreational Vikings fan. Dorktown has a wonderful series, or not Dorktown, Secret Base has a wonderful documentary series about the history of the Minnesota Vikings. I became a fan overnight after I watched that series because I know this team from that documentary series well enough that I care about their success and I struggle at their failures, but they are failing. For the first time in a long, long, long time, they are failing at a fundamental level. And there's nothing that can be done about that yet. The Patriots, I am so happy to put them in dullest because they have no answers.
Yeah.
For the first time in 20 something years, they have nothing. They have no answers. They have no prospects. That's all I have
really
to say
hate to shit
about that.
on a Boston team.
Mm-hmm.
But I hate the Pats.
I cannot. My family cannot stand the Pats either.
I hate the Pats.
Yeah.
I need to stress, as a New Englander, I also fucking hate the Pats.
Yeah.
Because my ass is over here like, oh yes, I love the Boston Bruins. I'm a diehard Red Sox fan. You guys know this. I am a diehard Red Sox fan. Don't make that face. But dear God,
The
I hate
Pats
the
are.
Pats.
Yeah.
Fuck hate the Pats.
Fucking
Even
hate the Pats, man.
I don't watch a lot of basketball. Fucking love
I know,
the
true.
Celtics.
Love the Celtics.
The New Orleans Saints are kind of one of those
Also,
teams that
crazy set of fans.
you haven't heard too much come out of New Orleans recently because they don't want to let on to the fact that they're gonna suck. The New Orleans is one of those teams that you don't hear anything about because they are such a small market team. They are not covered as well as they should be. I mean, in a perfect world, every team would have a fairly equal amount of coverage. Like, in a perfect world, so some of the better players would get more coverage. Some of the better spotlight plays obviously would get more coverage. But in an ideal world with no football going on at all, every team is equally covered by the sports networks in a fair, reasonable fashion.
Yeah.
And there are some teams that just aren't, like the Saints, like the Broncos, like the Titans, and
The Saints are covered, summed up really nicely by a conversation we had this last season, where I grew up very much a Saints fan, loving the Saints. Now, kind of just lost interest because they're not fun to watch.
Not
so me and you
anymore.
were talking. I'm like, how are the Saints doing? They're 5-5. Yeah, that's the Saints.
Yeah, that's the Saints. The New York Giants are going into dullest.
Yeah.
The Giants are one of those teams that you feel like they can be good if they took the time, but they're not taking the time. There's got to be something that's going to happen that's going to turn the Giants around. I just don't know what it is. The Jets are an interesting one. The Jets are the Jets. Yes, that is true. But also the Jets have a little guy on their team called Aaron Rodgers. He is so far past his prime that it's laughable that he is going to start this season. It is laughable that Aaron Rodgers is going to start at quarterback this season. Brett Favre went from the Packers. He played a year with the Jets, and then he played 2 years with the Vikings. The first year that he played with the Vikings was statistically his best season that he has ever had. And I have a sneaking suspicion that Rodgers is going to pull the best season he has ever had out of his asshole and play like he has never played before for the Jets this year. And I'm scared because we play the Jets at some point this year. We being the Tennessee Titans. Play the Jets this year in our own stadium. And I'm afraid we're going to lose to them for some reason. I don't know what, but something is going to happen where we are going to lose to the Jets. And I don't know why. Even if they draft another quarterback, even if they get more weapons in the draft, even with all the moves they've made, I have this strange feeling that the Jets are going to be good this year. I don't know why.
I feel like it's more highly probable that Aaron Rodgers gets injured at the beginning of the season and we don't see him again.
If that happens, then then this is going in dullest. But until I get confirmation that Rodgers is going to tear another ligament in his leg, he's going in Dap. Uh-oh, where did he go? Oh, I put it
He went to
not
Dapper.
there. Yeah, I'm going to put him in Dap because I have this weird feeling. And weird feelings have been proven wrong before.
Yeah.
The Eagles are going in dullest.
The Eagles
What?
suck.
The Eagles
Eagles
are...
suck.
Excuse me?
The Eagles...
I don't like your tone.
Eagles suck.
Die, Eagles,
sad.
die.
Die.
The Eagles
My heart.
have lost Jason Kelsey and
Yeah.
DeAndre Swift and
Yeah.
a couple of other players that I thought they were going to progress with and maybe build upon. They just aren't going to. The Eagles are stuck in football hell. They have a head coach who wants to do this thing a certain way, who's going to bring them back to the playoffs or die trying. And he's just not in a position to do that he's just not in a position to do that right now. With Jalen Hurts, with the core that they have, with some of the people they brought in Marcus Mariota as a backup quarterback. What does that say about where the Eagles are going to be next season? 5 wins. Tops.
We'll figure it out. No.
5 wins tops.
We're going to get more than that.
As a hoodwinked Cowboys fan, Eagles suck.
God damn it.
Die, Eagles, die.
Die, Eagles, die.
Stop that.
The Steelers have Russell Wilson and Justin Fields in the same quarterback room. And the sheer hilarity of that fact is enough to thrust them to the bottom of DAP. I don't think they're going to do anything with Russell Wilson. I don't think they're going to do anything with Justin Fields. They're not going to, and if they do, it's going to be hilarious. But they are good. Mike Tomlin sold like 75% of the blood in his body and a third of his mortal soul to some kind of football demon that allows the Steelers to finish every season 9-8.
Mhm.
And it's ridiculous.
I need the clips. I'll clip it later. It's fine.
Yeah, find it in the stream later, but Mike Tomlin has something going on in Pittsburgh that it's just goofy shit. I don't know what the Steelers are going to do, how they're going to finish the season. They could finish 1-16 if for all I care. But with how goofy this quarterback room is and the pieces that they've moved, they're going in the bottom of DAP. Seahawks are going into the middle of DAP. I think they could pull something off this year. They're kind of like languishing, but they're one of those middle of the road teams you just don't really know. You don't really care. Like, they're fine. They're passable. The San Francisco 49ers have got to pull their head out of their ass and win a Super Bowl in the next 2 years, or they are fucked. They had Brock. They had all of their talent. They had all of their pieces put together. They won the conference. They made it to the Super Bowl, and they couldn't beat Patrick Mahomes. With all of their talent put together, with all of their strengths combined into one unit, this was seen as one of the most polarizing Super Bowls ever because nobody wanted to see either team win. But I wanted to see Mr. Irrelevant win a Super Bowl.
Yes.
I wanted that so badly, and then in the middle of Super Bowl 58, Jawan Jennings made a pass to the end zone and caught a pass in the end zone, becoming one of the only people who has ever done that. And he is from my town, Murfreesboro, Tennessee. He is from here, born and raised, went to Tennessee, got drafted, moved to the Niners, probably would have been the NFL, probably would have been the Super Bowl MVP if Patrick Mahomes didn't exist.
Yeah.
I'm just mad at the Niners because they made me lose my Squares game.
Oh no.
Oh no. Well, San Francisco is in the middle of their Super Bowl window. They're going to make it back to the playoffs. They're probably going to win another playoff game. Are they going to make it to the Super Bowl? I don't know. But if they don't, they're going to be the laughingstock of the NFL.
Yeah.
And that's all I have to say about that. Tampa Bay, you just got to put them in the middle of DAP. Like, there's just Tampa Bay is just one of those teams you just like, yeah, they're here. They're literally the losingest franchise in the history of the NFL, and they have 2 Super Bowl rings, where a lot of these other teams don't even have one. So I don't know what to think about Tampa Bay. I think they're going to be either second or first in the NFC South. They're going to make it back to the playoffs. They're going to exit in round 1 or round 2. I don't think that's a good thing, but that's where they're going to be.
They're going to follow the life cycle of a Cowboys fan.
Exactly.
Choke in the playoffs.
Washington Commanders are going in dullest because they are, how do I say it? Fucked. They have spent the most cap space in the NFL to put together one of the worst teams imaginable on 1-year deals, 2-year deals. On, like, they're bringing in their observation for this year is quantity over quality. If they sign everybody in free agency, so some of them have to be good. And if they have all of these draft picks in the draft, some of those draft picks have to be good. They have the number 3 draft pick. They're going to pick Drake May, and they're going to proclaim that he's the next Commanders quarterback for life. And then Drake May is going to get signed away in 3 years. Yeah. The Commanders just have no clue what they are doing.
Seriously, because they had in their rebrand, they had an amazing opportunity to choose some really great mascots and things. Me personally, I think they should have gone with the Red Tails design.
The Red Tails would have been great.
To honor the Tuskegee Airmen. Mm-hmm. That's just me. Instead, they went with the Commanders. So, there goes their... If that wasn't a signal
minor
of
league
their decision,
baseball ass name.
It's like, if it wasn't the shining example of their decision-making paradigm, I don't know why anybody's surprised.
Prepare for delusional Dippy for about 5 minutes.
5 minutes? 5 minutes? We're about to talk about the Titans?
The Tennessee Titans have officially turned over a new leaf. They are, in my humble opinion, going to be the best team in the AFC South behind the Texans. The Texans, they picked up a generational talent in CJ Stroud. Nobody can deny that. But the Titans have made some of the best moves this offseason that I have seen out of the Titans organization ever. They have made the biggest splashes in the NFL, sending Derrick Henry away to the Ravens, bringing in Calvin Ridley, bringing in Chidobe Awuzie, and trading for L'Jarius Sneed, stealing one of the best tools on the Kansas City defense's roster and putting it on their own for 4 years for a 3rd round future pick and a 7th round swap this year. That is a fleecing of the Kansas City Chiefs for a generational talent. We have solved center. We have solved the cornerback position. We have solved the wide receiver position, at least partially.
Yeah.
We have our quarterback of the future, who was projected to be a 1st round pick. He was going to go number 2 in the draft, and then he dropped to number 2 in round 2 because everybody doubted the mayonnaise coffee drinking, banana peel eating man that is Will Levis. This man is a generational quarterback for a team that has required one for years. And I think that with the moves that they've made and with the people that they might draft, I'm not going to count the draft in this list, but with what they have so far, the Titans are going to turn around from 7-10 and 6-11. They're going to make it back to the playoffs. And then they're going to face some good teams in the playoffs that we are going to beat. The Titans Super Bowl window is officially open, and I am so excited to see what we can do now that it is. Lambast me now. Tell me I'm wrong.
I'm not going to tell you you're wrong. I'm just really happy to see you start your manifesting journey of like willing things in the universe. So.
Yeah, but it's sure. You know what? It's your list. You do what you want.
It's your list, buddy.
It's your list.
The Titans Super Bowl window is open, and there's nothing you can say to change my mind.
I'm just saying. Let me know how the life cycle of a Tennessee Titans fan goes. I'm very curious to see if it's the same life cycle as a Cowboys fan. Okay.
So this is just for that. So just for that. No. So this is your official prediction. I'm telling you, man. I might have said my ideal Super Bowl was Ravens-Lions. I would not be surprised if the Super Bowl this year was Titans-Lions or Titans-49ers.
Dippy's ideal Super Bowl is Titans and also Titans.
Yes. Yes,
No.
it is.
No. Wait a minute.
The offense and defense just keep swapping around.
Taking turns is fine.
They're guaranteed to win if they're both teams. No, but seriously.
The Saints come in with a steel chair.
Yeah, the Saints come in with a steel chair.
Cowboys from the back.
Dude, if this year's Super Bowl was Titans Cowboys, I would shit my pants, honestly. Like, I would be so upset and so happy at the same time.
Watch it. Super Bowl this year is going to be fucking Pats again, somehow, some way.
No, it's not. Do not speak that into existence. Do not put that evil on the NFL world. Do not make the Patriots manifest a winning season, a Super Bowl season out of their ass.
Dude,
Do not.
I wouldn't be surprised if some walk-on is like, "Hello, I'm a test tube baby made from Tom Brady."
With how delusional the Patriots organization is, they would probably believe him. And
sign him in a heartbeat.
Anything.
Some dude can walk on. I drank Tom Brady's sweat one time. I think I could throw a ball.
I drank Tom Brady's sweat one time. All right, y'all. This is the end of our individual tier lists. We can take a quick 5-minute break, come back, do some collaborative listing.
Make dinner at some point.
What time do you need to be wrapped?
Because you're central just like me. It's 8:30 for you now.
Yeah.
We either power through the rest of this, or we take a 5-minute break, come back. Or we take a dinner break, come back.
I have to cook dinner, so that once I get off, I'm probably off for the night.
Oh, okay. Fair enough.
Can we just speed round the next two?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Cool.
Then no break. We enter into the collaborative phase, where we will tackle ice cream flavors. So, these
this
are
take us long. I feel like
we also had cereal lined up. I feel like maybe at this point we can cut cereal for the next episode. But this is the top 30 ice cream flavors from, I think it's a specific brand of ice cream. I don't know for sure, because I know that not every ice cream company makes these flavors of ice cream.
Yes.
But just take these as general concepts of these flavors.
I'm familiar with all of these flavors. We're good.
Yes. I feel like we're all going to be on the same brain cell as well. I don't know why, but I just have a vibe that we all have similar taste of ice cream.
I feel like we will. I will have to start off by saying there are some of these that I have not tried even once.
Oh, I've definitely tried all of these.
Yes, I have to.
With the consensus vote of like we have to be like 2 out of 3 or majority rule for a flavor to end up in a certain place. I think it went without saying that if even one of us hadn't tried it, it ended up in a tier 4 having not tried it before.
Yeah, which is fine.
And in that case, I have to put pistachio here. I have no clue what Blue Moon is. I have to put that here.
I'll look at it. I'm sure I've had it. It looks familiar, but I don't remember.
Candy cane ice cream, as good as it sounds. No, I've had candy cane ice cream before. Yeah.
Yeah, Blue Moon ice cream is like a Midwest thing.
Yeah.
Blueberry
like...
ice cream sounds delicious. Haven't had it. Haven't tried it for myself.
Blue Moon is like a berry ice cream, like a bowl of berries.
Right.
It's like wild berry.
Yeah,
it's like a wild berry Pop Tart.
So, we have our list of dullest dull, dapper dappest.
Yeah.
What's this? A tier all its own?
Why is that?
There's something that's better than all of these other tiers combined? Something that shoots straight to the top of any person's ice cream list? Something that is inarguably loved by everybody? If we can decide on... Yeah! No, but if we can decide on one of these to go in a tier all its own, it belongs there. I have my vote for which one that could be, but we'll get there when we get there.
All right.
So,
yeah, like I said, I feel like we're going to be all on kind of a similar wavelength.
Yeah. So vanilla? Dapper.
You're fucking wrong. No.
Vanilla,
it's fine.
People think vanilla is like no flavor. Vanilla is such a nice flavor.
Yeah, I would even put it in Dapper. I shoot for vanilla often. I like vanilla.
And you can do anything to vanilla.
A nice solid like vanilla bean is my preference.
Yeah.
I mean, vanilla by itself is good, but a nice solid vanilla bean. I'm from the South, so Bluebell vanilla bean.
Oh yes, Bluebell. Bluebell is the best version of all of these like flavors.
So here's a fun fact: if you guys are ever in the South, and on Bluebell ice cream, anything with a brown lid, a brown band on the lid, is made with sugar. Anything with a gold lid is made with high fructose corn syrup.
Ooh.
So quick hack.
Fun. There you go.
I'm not a chocolate person when it comes to ice cream.
I love chocolate. Chocolate's my go-to.
All
right, so that's
just
like my
plain Jane chocolate ice cream?
Yeah, just plain Jane chocolate.
Yeah, I will reach for just plain Jane chocolate.
So where are you putting it then?
I mean, it's not going to be like it's Dapper. It's right up there with vanilla. I feel like vanilla, chocolate, and strawberry are all going to be like Dapper Dap. I mean, we can debate this, argue this, but like they're like the solid. You really can't go wrong with any of these.
I would put chocolate in Dapper as well, but only as like a consolation of yes, it is the flavor other than vanilla. Now, strawberry, I would say, goes a step below. I would say strawberry is a very niche taste. You have to put strawberry in Dap.
I would put strawberry in Dapper. 10 out of 10. Strawberry's my I love it. We got two Daps. Fair. We got two Daps. No. Yeah.
It'll be at the top of Dap. And then you have to put all three of them together.
And then that's a Dappist, right?
Yeah. I feel like that's a Dappist because it's all three. It's a good party.
Dippy.
I've never been mad at being handed Neapolitan ice cream.
You're right. It is.
What is your hang up on this?
Is it because they're touching?
I feel like
it's because they're touching.
It's because why are you having all three if you can have one or the other? Why do you want to have all three if you can have one?
All three.
Because
you want all three.
I don't want chocolate, but strawberry chocolate. Oh,
yeah.
I don't just want vanilla some days, but mixing it in with the chocolate, like, give me the lime piece.
Or like vanilla.
Vanilla
strawberry.
That is very fair. Yeah.
That's not three ice creams. That's 9 ice creams you can have in your freezer right now.
You are absolutely correct. I concede, yeah. Wait, it's 2 Dappists?
I would say Dappist, yes.
Yeah.
Okay. It's chocolate and vanilla swirl. So this is like Neapolitan, but better because it's just mixed.
But better?
It's like evenly. It's like mixed in. So you're going to have like a fairly even keel of.
Yeah.
Because here's my thing with Neapolitan. Some asshole is going to only scoop out of one of the 3 flavors if they have the chance. They're going to steal just the vanilla stripe or just the chocolate stripe.
I see where you're coming from. I'm looking at this as my ice cream. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, yes, that is a point of contention.
Neapolitan can get ruined, but also you can, like, some asshole can spit in your vanilla right now. Like,
Yeah.
No, but I you do have a point.
I feel like, Dippy, were you the kid at the soft serve machine in the restaurant whenever they do like the free ice cream as the dessert, and you have the vanilla on one side and the chocolate on the other, and the middle one is the swirl, and you were the kid who always got the swirl, and it had to be the perfect swirl. Am I wrong?
I didn't enter into that situation very often, but when I did, it had to be a swirl.
Exactly.
I'll put it in Dapper. I'm okay putting that in Dapper.
Yeah, it definitely goes in Dapper. Like, hey, look at that.
It should go in the middle of those. Yeah.
Woo, yeah. Mint, just by itself, just mint ice cream. There's something missing.
There is something missing.
I think it has to go in dull as a result.
Yeah.
Dull, yes.
Oh, look, we found it. Oh, look, this is what it was missing. This is all it needed. All you needed to do was put chocolate chips in this.
I will put this in Dapper. Like, this is like my go-to. If I'm at a new ice cream shop, this is normally my go-to.
Exactly.
This is my vote for it being in. This is my vote for a tier all its own.
Okay, kids. Bluebell and Brahms. That is the fucking banger that you go and get.
Stealthy.
Okay.
Dippy,
Stealthy.
We're on the same wavelength right now. Yes.
This belongs in a tier all its own.
It does.
Am I wrong? Thank you. Thank you.
Yep.
Mint chocolate chip, king ice cream, king and queen, crown prince ice cream. Literally the best fucking ice cream ever is mint chocolate chip.
Mm-hmm.
I discovered that they made mint chip Klondike bars, and I could not stop myself. It was life-changing. So now that we have that out of the way, only one can belong in a tier all its own.
Yes.
And it's pretty much going to stay there for the rest of the list, I think.
Yeah.
Yes.
So now we don't have to worry about that. Let's do double chocolate. Double chocolate definitely deserves a high tier here.
I feel like it's. I mean, you guys can be. I'm gonna put it in Dappist.
Yeah.
Purely because I do possess female anatomy, and chocolate is king. Okay.
I'm not a chocolate person. I'm not. Like, this would be a dull for me.
Oh, okay. Well, the middle ground in between those right now is Dap. With my vote putting it in Dap, like, I think it'll end up there. I think it'll end up top of Dap for now. Because double chocolate is very good. But it's, from my experience, it's most prone to freezer burn when I buy it. I don't know why. I have always ended up with freezer burn double chocolate, and it tastes awful. This is like fudge bar freezer burn bad. Like, it can go real bad real quick.
Get freezer burn?
No. No, I don't. I've never experienced.
Fair enough. Fair enough. I can move it up a slot for that. Yeah.
Okay.
All right.
No, I'm not even gonna fight it. Yeah.
Cookie dough ice cream.
Dappist.
Dappist.
Yes,
100%.
we're all in agreement. Thank you. Like, this is not the. Let's settle this right now. Cookies and cream. Dap.
Yeah.
Dappist.
It's just not. No.
Yes.
No.
It's so
Where are you
good.
putting it?
Dappist. That's it. It's a cold Oreo. It's like it's cozy. It's warm.
Oh,
yeah.
Listen here. Cookie dough ice cream. You have little pellets of chocolate chip cookie dough in the ice cream. Like, they're just little. Cookies and cream, you have crumbled up, like grainy.
It's like it's disintegrated.
It's a disintegrated Oreo cookie. Like
It's seasoning. It's crust.
It's
It's what you want. It's
the word seasoning does not belong in a sentence with
here's
the
my
word
thing, and
ice
this
cream.
Might be, this might be whenever I was a kid, I never actually drank my milk after dipping my Oreos.
Yeah.
Because I hated the fact that my Oreos would disintegrate into the milk, and I just didn't like the texture from
See,
that.
now that is a
my
different story.
favorite part of like dipping Oreos in milk
Yeah,
is the milk
that,
after.
see, that's a different story.
So I would only ever get just enough to dip my Oreos.
Yeah.
And that was it.
But-
Nothing more than that.
But when you take that Oreo milk and
Yeah.
freeze it,
It's so good.
something happens that's just
It's magic.
it's texture.
All right.
Coffee ice cream.
This
If this is anything
one
like
where we might
tiramisu
fight.
ice cream, if this is anything like the tiramisu blend that I got for years when I was younger, it's going in Dapper for sure.
Is tiramisu not on this by itself? No, it's
No.
not. Okay.
No, it's not. So we're just
So-
going straight coffee. Like,
Straight
Coffee ice cream?
see, this is one where this is really gonna depend on the brand. So I would go ahead and
Yes.
put
That's
this in
fair.
DAP
Mhm.
purely for that reason. Because you can get like dryer. I don't know if you guys like I hate
Dryers,
Dryer's ice
yeah.
cream. Dryer's coffee ice cream.
Mhm.
It's fucking terrible. But you
See-
get like a Brahms coffee ice cream,
Mhm.
Mm-hmm.
fucking mint.
This is where I'm conflicted. Coffee ice cream is a dull for me. I'm not a fan. Coffee milkshake is a dapper. Something
Yeah.
about that transition, like. So
It's the texture.
I'm good with it in DAP.
Well, you live on the East Coast, so I can see
Yeah.
like coffee milk. You probably enjoyed coffee milk as a kid.
Yeah.
No, actually, both my parents hate coffee. I didn't start
What?
drinking coffee until
Wait.
like I had my own money in high school.
What
So
in the world?
But you never had like coffee milk? I don't know.
Nope.
Maybe this was just like where I visited the
Co-
East Coast
Hmm.
when I did. It's like a syrup. It's like chocolate
yeah,
syrup.
no, I know exactly what you're
Yeah.
saying. I know exactly what it is. It just wasn't something I was like my parents had. So
Butter pecan ice cream.
this is
Okay.
Hmm.
I am of the opinion this is a tier all of its own. This is my Southern showing, okay?
Whoa.
Yes.
Okay, no,
This is-
I see that. I see where you're coming from with that. Yes, but you're only one belongs.
Look at
in
me.
a
Look
tier.
at Dippy. Dippy, look at me.
Mhm,
Look at my eyes. Tell me that Bluebell butter pecan ice cream is not one of the best fucking things on the face of the planet.
It's not. It's not up there for me.
this is dull for me. Like,
Oh
It's
my god, I
not.
hate all of you.
It's,
I hate all of you.
It's not up there for me.
it's not.
It's whole pecans in my ice
I'm
cream
okay
is gonna
being in the middle
is gonna
ground and
jazz
like,
me
bumping it
out.
up to DAP. I'm
Hey,
okay with it.
we each have one move that we can
Yes.
use in this. Like once the tier list is said
That's
and
fair.
done,
That is
once
fair,
we
yeah.
have a move that we can all use. Peanut butter ice cream. I don't know what the appeal with this is. It's like a
This is
peanut.
This is a blending ice cream. This is
You
not an
put
ice
it
cream
in.
you get
You
on
put
your
other
own.
things with this.
Yeah, this is
You
for
make
a
milkshades
Sunday.
out of this ice
By
cream.
itself, peanut butter ice cream is like a dull.
It's dull.
A peanut butter shake.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yes.
that's really good.
Mm.
Yes, but also just dipping a spoon into peanut butter ice cream and eating it.
It has to be peanut butter
it's going
chocolate.
into-
There's no
Yeah,
other reason
exactly.
for a peanut butter
Yes.
ice cream to do this.
English toffee ice cream. Now this is kind of like,
I'm gonna go ahead and put this with DAP.
yeah, this is
I'm good with
more
that,
closer.
yeah.
This is more closer to the tiramisu ice cream type deal. I would put it in DAP. Yeah, absolutely. No, I'm looking at it. Yeah. But the English toffee definitely can go in DAP handily. Salted caramel ice cream.
Dapper.
This is Dapper.
Dapper. Yes. We are all in agreement. Yes. It can absolutely sit in Dapper as long as it likes.
Yeah.
This one
All
is a
right.
guilty pleasure of mine.
Oh,
Birthday
Okay.
cake ice cream.
I have issues.
No.
Yeah.
Oh no. Okay, where
Right
are you
off the
putting
bat,
it first and foremost,
I'm
and then
just-
we'll talk about this.
I just got to say, we might have talked about this before on stream. So Rock, friend of the channel, used to
Yeah.
stream with us a lot. This is her favorite ice cream flavor.
Mm.
And this is mine and hers longest ongoing fight. Because any cake could be a goddamn birthday cake.
Yes, it
It
can, but you
bothers me.
okay. Where are you putting it? Where are you putting
I'm
it? And
with
then we can
this.
talk about this.
This is dull. This is dull.
Dull.
I'm there because it's that same thing about the Oreo, about the cookies and cream ice cream.
So you're putting it in dull?
Yeah, I'm putting it in dull because it's
Okay.
like cookies and cream ice cream, like the texture and whatnot issue. And then with like, because it's not even like
Okay.
vanilla cake. It's like this
That's
really
the-
weird artificial flavoring
That's the
cake
thing.
kind of
That's
thing.
the thing that I'm
I
going to talk
hate.
about is because it's not just a vanilla ice cream with weird shit in it. The birthday cake in and of its own right. If you think of a birthday cake, you are not getting a vanilla white cake. You're getting a yellow cake. You're getting a butter golden yellow cake. Ice, like it may not be perfectly yellow, it may not be perfectly white, but it's somewhere in the middle of the mixture of a default standard birthday cake is not vanilla or chocolate. It is its own flavor. And I love that flavor of cake more than any other flavor of cake. It is the best cake. And red velvet is a category all its own, but
Red
we'll
velvet,
talk.
yes.
Yeah,
Yes,
but
100%.
like if I'm making a birthday cake for myself, I'm making a red velvet cake. But birthday cake is its own
delicious cake.
flavor. It's is such a good cake, and then you make that into ice cream. Like I love birthday cake ice cream.
It is. It tastes like artificial to me. It
Yeah.
tastes really
That's
like.
the part that I
I
kind
just
of like
can't.
about it. I actually,
I just
I-
can't.
I'm there
I'm
with
the
it. There's
weirdo.
something like the seasoning on a McDonald's cheeseburger. I know tastes like chemical, and I love it to pieces.
See,
Like,
here's my thing. I will fully admit that I am the weirdo that loves that where everybody else is like, ew, this tastes like medicine. I go, this tastes like medicine. I
Dippy.
am the
no.
one man who will look at something that even remotely tastes like chemically, artificially, and I will say, okay, this is a good shot. I will actually enjoy
Your brain
this.
goes burr at red number 40.
Yeah, red.
You like Dr. Pepper.
I love Dr. Pepper.
Oh God.
I love Dr. Pepper too. I'm not gonna lie.
I can't do Dr. Pepper.
I think it's just a southern thing at this point, to be real.
I kind of have a reservation on where my move is gonna go now, but we got to move on. I've
Strawberry
put my
cheesecake.
case. Strawberry cheesecake
Strawberry
is so
cheesecake.
good. Strawberry
It's the
cheesecake.
superior cake.
It's a better cake ice cream. Yes, I will say
It's
that.
going in Dappest for me. It's
Really?
right up. Oh yeah, Dappest.
Yeah, I'm probably gonna put it in Dappist as
I
well
would
because
agree.
it's damn good.
Howl, you are dead to me. I think you're Howl in the chat.
No, I will come in there. I will come in there and go get you. I swear to God.
Oh, no.
Oh boy.
Hey, we found your boyfriend.
Hey!
Hey, we found him. But yeah,
Sorry.
strawberry cheesecake definitely belongs in Dappist, I think.
Yes.
Raspberry Ripple.
So this is just pure a preference thing. I'm just not a raspberry person at all. Like this is
Neither.
dull, even dullest for me
I just-
personally.
I think we found our first dullest.
Yeah, because here's my thing about raspberries, okay?
Yeah.
Raspberries and ice cream do go together. However, they need to be raspberries
Yeah.
on top of vanilla ice cream,
Yeah.
preferably with a shortcake.
Yeah.
Raspberry is a topping.
Bluebell cherries ice cream is
Oh.
so good.
I
I
hate
You're-
cherries.
like cherry ice cream a
I
lot.
just maraschino cherry taste. I can't like it's a good ice cream. Like it's a good
Same thing
ice
with the
cream. I
birthday
just
cake
can't-
artificial flavoring. I'm the only person.
I
that-
can't.
when it's not a lollipop, I love cherry stuff. Cherry is my favorite non-vanilla, non-like whatever.
Wait, not a lollipop? You don't like cherry lollipops?
I love cherry. No, that's what I'm saying. Like, is most
Oh,
people
okay.
enjoy cherry lollipops. Like,
Okay.
And that's the only thing that they enjoy that's cherry. Okay. I will love cherry anything. Cherry's my favorite fruit flavor of anything. It's like so distinct in my mind, and I love cherry stuff a lot. I would put cherry ice cream in Dappest if it was my list and my list alone. But I know that y'all are not putting it that high. Where is it going for you?
I put it in Dole, personally.
Yeah.
Oh, fuck.
Same.
Oh, fuck. Now
Honestly,
I have to kill one of my darlings with my move.
Cherry is a topping that goes on top of something, on top of ice cream. It does not go inside the ice cream.
I know, but I can't hide my love for cherries in ice cream. Like, it's so good.
Yeah.
So about this next one, though.
Rainbow sherbet.
I have questions, okay?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
It's a sherbet, not an ice cream.
It's not an ice cream.
In the grand scheme of things, sherbet is going in the ice cream container with the rest of the ice creams in the store. You can call it not an ice cream if you want to, but if you're walking down the goddamn store aisle, you are seeing sherbet next to the rest of the ice creams. This is not a list of whether we are not getting pedantic about whether a sherbet is literally an ice cream. It is next to the other ice creams in the store.
Okay, then we have to include gelato on this list, okay?
I would love to include gelato on this list. I would love to include gelato on this list.
But it's not ice cream.
If I said I'm making sandwiches, pick up bread, and you came back with hot dog buns because they were next to the bread, you know how fucking mad I'd be?
Hey, you'd still be making a sandwich on a hot dog bun, though.
I would.
Yeah.
With all that
being said, just taking rainbow sherbet at face value for what it is.
Just the taste, it's a dap for me.
It's a dap.
I'm not gonna be mad if it's in front of me, but I'm not gonna order it.
Yeah. Now I might be the dumb one here. Yeah. I don't 100% remember what Rocky Road is supposed to be.
Yeah, I don't even. I have to figure out. I'm also gonna Google
chocolate.
It's chocolate with like nuts. Marshmallows and nuts.
And marshmallows. It depends on the brand on what exactly the nuts are.
Right. I'm willing to put Rocky Road in Dap with just that combination of things. Maybe Dull with just that combination of things. But it's been so long since I've had it. I'm not going to say I haven't tried it before because I know I have.
I'm okay with that going in Dap. I get Rocky Road and Moose Tracks mixed up a lot.
Well, what's the difference?
I think it's I don't
like the base of Rocky Road is chocolate. The base of Moose Tracks is vanilla. It looks like.
Yeah, what's Moose Tracks? All right, but yeah.
So where's Rocky Road? I'm willing to put it in Dap. Is that okay? Are you putting it any higher, any lower?
Fine.
Okay.
No, Dap is perfectly fine. Moose Tracks is vanilla ice cream with peanut butter cups.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I've had Bluebell's version of Moose Tracks before, and Moose Tracks is pretty good.
Moose Tracks is a Dapper for me.
Yeah. Is that good? Okay? Yeah.
There we go. Yeah.
I know that I said I have tried candy cane ice cream before, but I just remembered that I might be thinking about a different ice cream. Are we putting candy cane ice cream like super high on this list? Are we?
Oh, it's a Dappest. It's a Dappest.
Yeah, it's a Dappest. Come on, Dippy. You haven't had.
I'll defer.
You haven't had Bluebell.
I'll defer.
You haven't had Bluebell candy cane ice cream.
It's good.
During the holiday. Oh,
I will buy
Dippy.
some and
like
mail
peppermint
it down
bark
to you. And then you just have to read.
No, they make peppermint bark, but then they also make a candy cane ice cream that is dope as fuck.
I haven't. I can't.
As a Southerner, I'm disappointed in you.
Look. Don't look. No, what's that TikTok sound? Hey, look. Don't look.
All right. Where do we
green
stand
tea
on
ice
green
cream?
Tea?
I'm not a fan of green tea or matcha flavored things. My green tea needs to be hot in my cup, okay? So for me, it's like dullest.
I put it in Dole personally.
I think it's going in dullest because I would put it in dullest.
I will put everyone onto something really quick. If you are a fan of gin and tonics, and then just putting in a scoop of green tea ice cream in it slaps.
Oh, wow.
So good.
Okay, see, like I'm out. I don't really like gin. So
if I ever regress back to the dark ages and actually like gin and tonics, I'll let you know.
Gin and tonics are it.
Deadly, I would like to take this time to remind you, I primarily drink rum as
Yeah.
my
I
drink
did,
of
same.
choice.
Yeah.
Rum it- Same.
Oh
Rum
boy,
is my go-to.
there you go. Okay, now we have an ice cream
What the
truck staple. Superman ice
Superman.
cream,
I don't
otherwise
remember
known
what
as
this is.
otherwise known as multicolored. It's like all the different colors of the rainbow kind of mixed into one ice cream, but in general it tastes just kind of like a nice fruity ice cream. It's like if rainbow sherbet was actually ice cream instead of sherbet.
Yes.
It's like a good
Yeah.
flavored.
Honestly, like Superman to
It's like
me
when
has
you
always
make-
tasted like Fruity Pebbles.
It's like when you make like the Superman ice cream is like if you took all of the popsicles in an ice cream truck, like the SpongeBob
Yes.
popsicles and a Spider-Man popsicle, whatever. You took that, you melted it down, and you mixed it together in a big bowl and scooped it out as
I
ice
guess-
cream scoops.
I
I'm
guess
not
Blue
convinced
Moon's
now that's
more
not what it is.
actually Fruity Pebbles. I feel
Yeah.
like
Blue Moon is
'cause
Fruity Pebbles. Yeah, Blue
Yeah,
Moon's very
yeah.
Fruity Pebbles.
It was in Superman,
Superman
has like
ice
it
cream.
doesn't it have like lemon in it.
No.
Yeah, it has a
Yes,
little bit
yeah.
of lemon, yeah.
Yeah. So
It is. It is a
it's
dole
been a
for
long
me,
time since I've had it. Yeah,
personally.
same.
Yeah.
Dull. I
Yeah.
would put it in dull as well. Dulce de leche.
I will fight somebody on this one.
I want to put it really high. I want to put it
I would have put it in a tier it's all its own.
only one.
But
right.
then again, this is my Hispanic
There
ass
can be
talking, so I
only
will fight
one.
somebody for it.
I would put it in Dapper personally.
Okay. Well, the middle ground between a tier all its own, me putting it in Dappest, and you putting it in Dapper is putting it in the bottom of Dappest.
Yeah, it's,
Like it's good.
Deal.
It and
this
bacon-
is This is just
bacon ice
trendy
cream.
bullshit.
it is trendy bullshit. Yeah.
Yeah.
Are we not offended by
Bacon's
that?
just not-
Okay. Okay.
All right.
Gin and tonic is the
Offended by
preferred
that.
drink of serial killers, says Hal.
My
Yeah,
boyfriend, everybody.
Tasty.
So
He might not live through the night depending on how this argument about mint chocolate chip goes down.
oh no,
So,
we all. I need to remind the stream that is a joke. All right. So we all have one move that we can make.
Yes.
I know where mine is going. I need to hear where
Where's-
you two are.
Where's your move going?
I'm moving Cherry up to Dap.
Okay, then I'm gonna move Cherry down to Dole. No.
You fucker. You motherfucker. You piece of shit. I will kill you. No, but in all
for
honesty.
legal reasons, that's a joke.
Yeah, for legal reasons, that is a joke. I need to remind the stream that is a joke.
I'm looking over this list, and the only move I would do, honestly, I feel so strongly about it. If I got to use my move on anything, I'm moving Blue Moon to Dap to break the rules.
What, to move it out of I haven't tried it?
Yeah, and just
Like, have
moving
you-
it to Dap.
Have you
Yeah.
both tried Blue Moon?
Yeah.
Yes. It tastes
Okay.
like Fruity Pebbles. It tastes like a bowl of Fruity Pebbles.
I'm willing to make that concession.
Yeah.
Even though I
That
haven't
is my
tried
move.
it, I will
Yes.
have to try that at some point.
We can make another short of it.
And then, yeah, we could make another YouTube short that is like 5 minutes long of just me eating Blue Moon ice cream and nobody saying anything else. And
Stealthy, do you have anything you want to move around on here?
There's a couple things that I want to move, but I'm
Mhm.
trying to decide what I need to like.
at this point, nothing can be moved into a tier all its own because we would all need to agree to move mint chocolate chip out of a tier all its own, and that's not happening.
I'm gonna have you guys. I'm gonna have to move butter pecan up.
Okay.
It's gotta be moved up to at the very least Dapper. That's my
Dapper.
choice. I can't.
Okay.
If we're moving
If
multiple tiers with our picks, I'm putting Cherry and Dapper as well.
That's fine.
Okay, if we can
I'm
only
alright.
move up one, yeah. But it's like Dapper. It's gotta go there, guys.
All
you
right.
guys are crazy. That's just what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
And there we go.
And you guys are nuts for not liking cherry ice cream.
Shut up.
So, with all that said, 2.5 hours in to this return, this triumphant return to Twitch, you have the Dapper ice cream tier list. with mint chocolate chip in a tier all its own where it belongs.
Yes.
And Neapolitan
Yes.
cookie dough, strawberry cheesecake, candy cane dulce de leche. Wonderful, wonderful flavors all in their own right. The best of these flavors amongst us. Vanilla.
I'm gonna have to have a serious conversation with my boyfriend about our future here. He keeps ice cream.
And then we have some I can't. I'm sad that I can't move both birthday cake and cherry up, but it's what it has to be. Wrong. Fake news. Recount. So, you have your official list. Oh God, that was a terrible voice crack. And with
What
that,
what are you saving all these for?
so we can look back at them. In fact, why don't we
Okay.
look back at some of them now?
They're gonna make a
just-
tier list. No,
We're
We're gonna make the
eventually
tier
we'll
list
make
of our tier
tier
lists.
list of the tier list.
Honestly, though,
No.
I would.
Am I wrong?
This is the biggest opposite ends me and Dippy stand at. Dippy really likes being able to like sit back and reminisce and say, look at all the things we did. And I'm like, I don't want to look at anything I created ever again. It's done, it's over. Like
I'll
I
tell you
need
what.
food.
Like,
I need
honestly,
ice
like the Dapper, like the Christmas carols list. Oh, classic.
I don't remember even making a list of Christmas carols.
Yeah, for the Christmas episode. I think that was in season 1.
I don't remember at all.
The D&D classes, the Dapper dinner, Thanksgiving dinner, where we didn't put anything in the
remember that
dollar
one.
category. Yeah.
I mean, it's Thanksgiving
Yeah,
dinner.
yeah.
I'm hungry.
All right.
Yes, no, we gotta wrap.
So, with all of that said and supper, let me see about stop share and then put
Peanut butter
you.
snubbed by the committee
here.
selection.
Uh-oh.
Peanut butter is a mixing ice cream. It's good in a sundae with other flavors. I don't want just a cone of peanut butter.
There we go. Okay, so with that all done and dusted, we come to the end of our first episode back on Twitch with our lovely guest, Stealthy. Thank you so much for being here. We always end off with our life advice for the viewers. So what's your life advice today, Stealthy?
Can I go last?
Okay, Dadley.
Don't be afraid to do it alone. I've been taking a lot of trips by myself. I go to concerts a lot alone at this point. Dippy and I were talking about it pre-stream. I got to go to the movie premiere for We're All Gonna Die. Don't be afraid to venture by yourself. It's okay. You don't always have to have a date or somebody with you. Go do it. If there's something you want to do, just fucking do it.
Be sure to double check your social medias for your favorite things, because they might be offering things for free. And that's how I'm going to be going to Nissan Stadium to watch the NFL draft in Nissan Stadium.
No shit.
Sweet.
So that's kind of fun.
The Dapper draft.
The Dapper draft. They're gonna display the Dapper draft in Nissan Stadium in lights. Wouldn't that be fun?
That'd be interesting.
Stealthy.
My life advice kind of I guess it's the thing that me and my boyfriend do every weekend, basically, is we hit Google and go, what looks interesting? And we pick the top things that have the most stars on Google reviews and go check them out. And somehow every time we do that, it's very, very least steered us wrong. We always have ended up finding the best food places, cute little places to hang out, get coffee, or like the, curio shops, or like we found a store that just specializes in selling rocks. It's great.
Love that.
Our top tier one was how we found a local dinner theater.
Fun.
We were literally walking around and went, what the hell is pocket sandwich? and looked it up and went, oh shit, it's a dinner theater. Let's go. So don't be afraid to just walk around and Google shit on what's going on in your area.
There
guess.
you
I
go.
love that.
I have yet to go to a natural history museum in my area with the largest full Triceratops skeleton in Tennessee.
Do it.
Do
Yeah,
it.
I have yet to go there because I think I'm going to want to take my mom there.
Just do it.
So, thank you so much for watching. As always, I've been Dippy.
I've been Dadly.
And I'm dangerously stealthy.
And until next time, your adventure matters.
Stay dapper.
Bye-bye.
Roll your initiative. Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.
Bye.